Hi guys, IOI. It's Skycat Live, and I am having the time of my life. Best day of my life. I'll open with that as usual. Best day of my life. I swear to God, I took a day off today. I haven't taken a day off in months and months. It's been months and months and months. And by day off, I mean I didn't do one shift. You know, instead of doing a 14-hour shift, I just watched movies and slept a lot and spent time with my family, did chores like picking all the apples off the apple trees before it got too cold and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed it. It's nice to remember that I'm a human being and that I'm not just some video machine spun up to put videos on YouTube for no profit. You know, it's just kind of funny. And so it's been a pretty good day. It's been a pretty good day. I downloaded a couple of games, which you will be seeing on this stream tonight. That'll be Genshin Impact and maybe Honkai Star Rail, depending on how far I get. Depending on how I feel, might play other games too, like Rust Hardcore Zombies. We don't really know yet. We don't know what I'm gonna do. I am definitely gonna. I've discovered a new podcast that I really like called Steak and Eggs, which is Asmongold and Emeru and Two Tone, Tight Tone. I forget his name. Tectone. And so we're gonna be listening to that, and I'm like halfway through, or I'd say 1/3 of the way, all the way through all of their content, trying to catch up on what happened over the last couple of years because they seem to have takes that are kind of similar to mine. I sense a sort of down south, good old Republican nerdy boy vibe off the males on this podcast, and I get kind of a I don't know. I don't even want to speak about Amira. I like Amira a lot. Now we're just gonna leave it at that. You know, I have no idea who Amira actually is. So, just saying, I like her a lot though. I think she actually adds the edge. She's the X factor to the show for me. Uh, It's been very good to listen to this in the background. I want to say thank you to Steak and Egg Podcast. I'm going to be liking and citing and subbing to channels to all the podcasts that I listen to tonight. I have a Genshin character with 120 hours or something, but that was my PlayStation 4 Pro. Sorry, don't know why my screen went black just there. Sometimes does that. Sorry about that. There we go. When I was switching TVs from my bedroom into here. And so, so I haven't touched Genshin now, and I heard that they have a new update as of this year, like this quarter, 4.1 or something like that. And I haven't done a revisit to Genshin since 2021. So, having liked a lot of the Korean Grindfest games that are coming out, not the Korean part of it really matters. It's more just the Grindfest. But I like Genshin out of all these games the most because I think it had the most artistic quality and license to it. It had the most freeform, least confining quest system, really. So I gravitated to Genshin when I first played it, but the gacha aspects of it were a turnoff for me. I've only ever spent about $5 on Genshin. That's probably all I'll ever spend. So, and I only spent the 5 because I wanted to support the game, but then I did peter out after. I would have paid more, but I petered out after like 120 hours, and I was like, well, I feel like I got a lot more out of them than they got out of me, which is kind of unfortunate. But the way they want me to give them the money is a way that I'm not that comfortable with, which is RNG gambling, and I'm just not that comfortable with that. I like gambling, and I'm good at it, and I can win just like these streamers do. And I know odds and percentages, and I'm very good at feels, you know, and I'm good at tells, and I'm good at gambling, but I don't think RNG loot box gambling is my favorite form of gambling. I think it's my least favorite. So some people really like that stuff, and I have been guilty of doing it before. Like for instance, I like the Hypernet Relay on EVE Online, but I don't think it's very productive to wealth. I think it's good for spending wealth. And I think there's obviously people who probably make their living off of HyperNet, but I don't think the average person can do that. I think the average person's experience is to lose money on hypernet. So, like for instance, this year I did something I felt kind of like that. I kind of wondered at the time if it was evil or not, and I even had the response that I kind of feared from it, which is why I never did it again. But one night I got on EVE Online and I dumped $40 into my pocket, and I put 20 into my account and 20 into ISK that I spent on the hypernet relay, which I had never done before, and it had been out for 4 or 5 years. And I was like, well, here's content that I know I really like because I like the hypernet. I just want to see what $20 can do for me. And of all the loot box gambling out there, I think hypernet's the only one that I like. And I did spend $20 that night, but I walked with like 65 abyssal pieces, like 60 some odd ship hulls ranging between 3 and 150 million or something like that. I showed it to him on stream when I was doing it. I was like, yeah, gambling to you is like maybe you do, maybe you don't get that skin that you really want that's actually $40 to $375 to attain through the gacha system, right? Or I can go on Hypernet and I can carefully scan for deals all night. I can compete with maybe 1 to 4 people, if even I might be competing with myself half the time. The prices are cheaper than the auction house if you're looking right, and it's a lot more fun than that gacha gambling. And I took that $20 and I absolutely made my money back. I absolutely did. I sold all that stuff. I didn't sell all that stuff. I sold all the high-end stuff on the market for the same price, and I waited for the right deals and stuff. And I walked with what did I dump? It was 1.8 billion in a day. I dumped like one, and that's really rich to me, but to some of these video game whales, that shit's like a Wednesday for them. But I was actually extremely unhappy that I spent that $20 like that. I really was. I was like unhappy at the end of it. I wasn't unhappy with the experience or how much loot I walked with, or even the fact that I broke even on it in like, I mean, I profited to the point where it cost me nothing, but I was unhappy with the experience. And I remember while I was in there, I did pull like 10 viewership on EVE Online because I mentioned Hypernet. And this guy came in, I forget his name, but he's a good guy. He's a good e-pilot. I forget the name and I forget who it was. And he was like, wow, it's nice to meet you. And I really enjoyed the last like 8 hours. He was like, all you did was drink vodka and gamble relentlessly on nickel slots all night. And he was like, that looked incredibly fun to me. And you also broke even, didn't you? And I was like, yeah, I did. It cost me nothing. I mean, it cost me the $20. I'm never going to see, I told him, I was like, I'm never going to see the $20 again. I converted it into EVE Online currency, and it's there in my pocket still to this day. But I don't think of this as like, I think of it as losing $20. It felt like conversion of real life money into online gaming currency, which I think is sort of evil in a way. It depends on the game. It's not evil. It's just, it sucks that if you can just buy it, it sucks. It really cheapens the game a lot. I think it cheapened EVE Online to a degree. There's a lot less ganking in PvP now because everything's a bottom money line. And if you can just buy it with real life money, the bottom money line kind of goes away for a lot of these pilots because that's mainly a boomer, it's mainly a boomer game. I think kids play it, but not that many. And so it was just kind of interesting, that whole experience. And at the end of it, he was like, I got to tell you, this is the most entertaining. The guy told it to me like this. I remember, I'll never forget it. He was like, this is the most entertaining EVE Online like content I've ever seen. And I've been watching EVE Online streamers for like 2 solid years while I learned this game. And he was like, this 6 hours that I spent with you was far more entertaining and engaging. And all you did was drink and laugh and cuss for 8 hours while you dumped like $20 onto the Hypernet. And he was like, it looks so fun to me that I fear I'm a Hypernet relay addict now. And he's like, I just dumped $20 on the Hypernet like you, and I'm having the time of my life, and I want to thank you for showing me this. And I was like, I really wanted to ask him his age, but I figured that would be probably too revealing and kind of creepo, so I didn't. But I was really intensely curious to see what his age was, because if he was like 17, I may have just done something really fucking bad, which was getting a kid addicted to online gambling. And I looked at it like that. And so you're going to see me play. The reason I bring this up tonight, guys, is Like, you're gonna see me play a gacha game here that I don't spend a goddamn penny on ever. I'm talking like I gave them $5 at the start, but I didn't like the nature of their currencies, and you're gonna you'll see this as I play the game. The nature of their currencies is such that there's like 50 different currencies, and I've always considered that to be full blown scam. That's the old Disney V-Bucks thing. People have been doing that since P.T. Barnum and Bailey or whatever, like the circus days. People have been doing that scam forever. That's a scam. When people can't understand what the value of a currency is because there's 50 currencies that you have to deal with to get to that currency, that's when you start losing money and the hustler makes his money, and therein lies the grift, therein lies the salt and the rub, and therein lies the rub, and so therein lies the rub. So I'm gonna play what I normally wasn't willing to do the first 2 years of my streaming career, was play a gacha game. Like, for instance, even Tower of Fantasy I was slightly uncomfortable with because the gacha nature of it was just something that I didn't wish to expose my people in my stream to. So I mean, that's how I feel about this. So I'm uncomfortable playing. I'm literally uncomfortable playing Genshin Impact a little bit, guys, because if the game looks good to you, it is a really good game. It's an addictive game. It's a great little RPG. I've always thought it was a tip-top game. Always thought it was like at least an 8. But understand, don't play Genshin unless you're willing to do two things: waste hundreds of dollars or not spend any money at all, like me. And I gotta tell you this, almost nobody I've ever fucking met in the whale scene or otherwise, or the complete opposite of the whale scene, and I met them all, and I've been on both sides of it. Like, almost never. I had another, okay, my twos partner, and wow, he was like this. He had the discipline. He was Japanese. I would say it takes almost and this sounds racist, so I guess I'll just leave the race out of it. It takes almost a more Eastern philosophy discipline to not dump all your money on gacha just by rote that you're there. You're like, oh my god, I could get another character right now and for like a nickel, and it's never a nickel. It's more like $1.95 when you thought it was a nickel. Or it's more like $195 when you thought it was $5. It's never that cheap. It's never cheap enough. You get to rolling and you're like, oh, they fucked me on the first 6 rolls and I can't do this. A slot machine in Vegas would have better odds. And that's the reality a lot of the time. The slot machine in Vegas does have better odds than some of these gacha games. So I gotta say, I wanted Genshin on my fucking stream a lot over the last 2 years. Genshin was a game that I did put like 120 hours in, which is more than I would say I've done on a lot of other RPGs in the last 5 years. I didn't spend that much time, I don't think, even on Baldur's Gate 3 with my friend Bagon when we did the Baldur's Gate 3 tactician mode run. I don't think I spent I definitely did spend a lot of hours on Elden Ring, so I'll go peruse that real quick. I definitely did spend a lot of time on Elden Ring. It was like 120 or something. It was, here it is. It's 189 189.5, right? So I mean, I did spend some time on these RPGs, but honestly, you can see I spent about as much time playing Genshin as I did Elden Ring. Sorry, I gotta bring the face back here. I spent about as much time playing Genshin as I did Elden Ring. A little bit less on Genshin than I did Elden Ring, but you get an idea of how much I actually appreciate Genshin. It's up there for me, especially as a busy streamer in the last couple of years. Genshin was like, formative for me because I didn't think they made quality games like that anymore. But right along the beautiful, God's vagina juice the Genshin is this horrible devil juice of gacha right on the other side of it. So this is all I'm trying to say here, guys. Play Genshin. It's a great game, but play it at your own fucking risk, and do not ever, and I'm talking about do not ever, don't open the floodgates by thinking you're just going to spend $5 on some credit to buy a character like Skycat did when he first fucking started playing Genshin and shit. Don't be thinking that you can just skate on $5 like Skycat unless you've got that kind of fucking discipline where you can put cigarettes down without even saying a word. The other day, I've been vaping, I vaped, hashish, $120 worth of hashish every month for, I don't know, since September of 22 or something like that. And I just quit vaping hash overnight. If you don't have that, and I didn't even complain or bring it up, I didn't go, fuck, I need a cart or anything like that. I just didn't fucking think about it, because one of the things I had to do when I became like an ex-drug addict was this, I would say, the mastery of myself. Like, for instance, I can kind of give myself an orgasm, and it sounds crazy, but I can send waves of dopamine through my whole body with a certain rigid muscular exercise I can do with my neck, and then just let the spasm run through my body like an orgasm. Most men don't have this kind of control over their body. It's something I think gonzos are fairly good at. If you believe that you can chem reliance balance your life through drugs, and you really believed it, like Hunter S. Thompson or me, I think in the end you gain true mastery over your own domain. And this is something I suggest you guys do too if you're ever facing like an addiction, or like, say, an addiction to like a human, or an addiction to a television show, an addiction to a video game. I don't get addicted to anything anymore. I mastered that side of my personality where I'm like, nope, the bullshit that came along with any form of fucking addiction, not because I didn't like it or I wasn't good at it or that it had any negative effects on my life. It wasn't that. It was the humans that came along with it. All the humans that came along with doing drugs made it totally worthless to me in the end, where I just swore off it completely, because I was like, yeah, never had an overdose, never had a problem, never stole any money to get high or any of that stuff. I mean, I stole money from my mother's purse when I was a teenager, but who didn't do that shit, you know, but to buy weed and stuff. But like, I never like stole to feed my meth addiction or this. I was always a very functional drug addict that worked all the time, you know. Even when I was on the streets, I'd be working construction or something like that. I've got the paycheck stubs to prove it. Got 5 years of paycheck stubs of construction jobs flagging and stuff to prove to you that even when I was on the fucking streets, I bet I actually worked more than you did when you were living in an apartment. So just understand, like, you know, anyways. So, you know, so with this, you know, with this true mastery of yourself, you see something like a gacha loot box or a FIFA loot box, or say, what's a bad one for me? The Hypernet Relays is the worst one for me. I'd love to go blow $20 right now, sit on Hypernet all night. Man, if I had alcohol, that'd even be better. But I mean, like, I just got drunk, like last week. I'm here 3 or 4 days ago. I don't really need to do that again for a couple of weeks. That's another thing about my addictive personality, is every time I get high or drunk or something like that, I think, oh, okay, we got to stave it off again for a couple of months until it really just, there's no question that you're not addicted to this shit. You know, every time I get drunk, I think, oh, well, can't do this again for another 7 or 8 weeks, because any more than that, I'm going to feel like I'm slipping. And that's exactly how I've kept it completely clean. No problem. Now, I drink, you know, probably drink about, I'd say 12 times a year. But I mean, I think they would say that is moderate. It is not something that, you know, or if even maybe a little more, maybe like 12-15 times a year, but it's not like every day. It's like once a month, you know, if even. Some months I go 2-3 months, you know. So where I'm going with this is, Genshin Impact was a game that I really struggled with wanting to put on my stream, because I felt that if the kids liked what they saw, they would end up being online gambling addicts. And this is something I think is true of gacha games. They turn you into an online gambling addict. So at this point, I don't think it's fair to Genshin to just not play it on stream. I don't think it's fair. It's such a really fucking good game, in my opinion. You'll see why when I open it up in a couple of hours. I'll have a little bit more. But the beautiful reason that I play Genshin is because every character represents an element, and sometimes it's the same element, but then different mannerisms of it. But mainly, you kind of want like a balance of all four, because a lot of this game is based around elemental resist, and some of the combos you can do that you wouldn't normally even really do. The combat system is extremely deep, because you can throw, like, and I'll show you. I'll do this. You can throw a tornado. I'm sorry. You can run grease on the grass. You can set the grass on fire with like fire arrows or whatever the fuck. You can summon up an ultimate storm with your wind character. You can switch at a drop of the hat to a different character or run their elemental property or whatever. You can run, and then you can run like an ultimate storm, like an ultimate, not like a normal storm that's kind of smaller, but a big fucking tornado. I'm talking like, about 2-3 stories high, big fucking tornado of fire, and send it into a fucking cloud of mobs. And it takes a bit of stuff to set that up too. You got to burn the grass, you got to lure the mobs, you got to set it up, you got to fucking run the grease so the fire doesn't run out, and then run the ultimate firestorm into them. And that's the shit that I come to play Genshin for. I think what most people stay for, when it gets boring, they leave like I did. But what they stay for is the gacha. And you must understand, if I'm to play a gacha game on my stream, I do not want you spending money on currency. I don't. I know that's really fucking mean to Miyoho, but that's what happens when you pick a gacha approach to the funding of your game. I would be far more likely to spend $7 a month, and I think they know about this, but I'd be far more likely to do something sane, like $5 a month or like $2.50 or something like that. Like gacha, I think they think it's smart because it allows the whales to pay for the company. But another real and also it causes addictive personalities to just break the bank, which they can just laugh their way to the bank about. They don't care about that. But the other real problem with it is it's like this swipe mentality. How much do I have to swipe? How much do I have to swipe for all that? That's not too good. Honestly, I think the real game is not paying for the game. And you're gonna see me like bash my head against the difficulty level that you'll only ever see in free-to-play gacha, where it's not like I'm gonna die a lot. It's just it's not very interesting. It's always the same 4 characters and the same 4 garb, the same crappy upgrades of subpar weapons. It's like playing Iron Man. But I mean, I do that on all the MMORPGs, and I like Genshin. I really feel guilty that I just tossed Genshin to the curb, because I'll never forget, right about when I bought Genshin, this series of videos hit that was literally like gacha is evil. Gacha is pure, like, concentrated evil designed to fuck children out of their money. And that was like the name of the movie, the videos that would come out on YouTube. That was like literally the name of them. Gacha is pure evil, and here's why, and stuff like this, But gacha is pure genius, but it's also evil, and here's why, and all this other shit. So I made a morality call where I was like, well, I don't want to become a Genshin Impact fucking addict. Because I don't think I can do gacha ever. I just have never been the kind of weak personality that's ever needed to swipe for fucking anything. Fucking anything. I've never had to give drug dealers money. I don't understand why, but I've never had to give drug dealers money. When they understand that I'm not a risk, that I'll never roll on them, that I'll always be there for them, that I'm gonna love them forever, and I'm just not that piece of shit that's gonna deal you wrong or do you dirty or hand you fake money or any of this other stupid shit that drug dealers deal with all the time. And you'd be surprised how like my mother raised me on one axiom and one axiom only. It wasn't the golden rule that you often see in Christian families, like do unto others, although we did believe in this and still do. It's manners are God's money. And so with the right manners, you can talk your way into a drug dealer's sack. You can talk your way into a girl's panties. You can, I mean, seriously, if you just have nothing to hide and you're not trying to fucking get over on them or whatever, and you're just there to enjoy yourself and you're getting through this life like them, you can pretty much get through most charges in society, unless it's for direct goods or services. If it's some human that has whatever it is that you want, you can generally talk them out of it if you try. I used to do it at the game store. One of my favorite stories of all time is one that I witnessed firsthand, which was that a friend of mine, who is the most beautiful woman I have ever seen, outside Hollywood or inside of it either, the most beautiful woman on the planet as far as I'm concerned, is a friend of mine. And she was so powerful with her beauty that at the age of 19, she wanted me to see this. She was like, at the age of 19, she was like, I want you to see how really powerful this is. And I will never forget this. She was like, pick a shitty restaurant you wouldn't normally go to that's way expensive. And I was like, I don't know, P.F. Chang's. And she was like, I love P.F. Chang's. Take me to P.F. Chang's. And I was like, okay. What are we having a social experiment here? And she was like, yes, social experiments. I want you to see the power of beauty and the things that I can do with it. And so she had me parking, and she was trying to impress me, but it was impressed. Frankly, it was impressive. So we sat in the parking lot and we cased the joint. She was like, "We're casing the joint," and I was like, "Okay, are we gonna rob it?" And she was like, "No." Well, yes, but no. And then I was like, "Okay." She was like, "No, we're gonna get a free meal." And I was like, "Okay." And she was like, it doesn't take much for me. It does for you. You would have to stand there for 8 hours and beg and cajole and bribe and laugh and get them to laugh at you. She was like telling me this stuff. She was like, you don't have it. You're an attractive man, but you'll never have the kind of power I have. And she was like, you'll understand when I show you. And she was like, you could stand there all day. And I do believe you have the gift of gab. You could probably silver tongue your way out of like if you hung around them and you swept she was like, if you hang around and you swept their floor and you got to know Harold, the cashier or whatever, and you hung out for 3 hours and you talked to him and used your charisma, I do believe you could get a meal out of them for free. I believe you could. She was like, you have that kind of power. But she was like, I can get it out of them for free immediately. And she was like, watch. And then she had me follow her into the P.F. Chang's. And by the way, I was like, why are we casing the joint? She was like, well, I'm looking for a female cashier, and I can see that there's 2 cashiers right now handling 2 different lines, and we want the female cashier. And she was like, normally I would go to the man. I always go to the man. But you'd be surprised how much this works with women, too. And I was like, no fucking way. She's like, yep. And she walks up to the woman. She orders $85 worth of P.F. Chang's, obviously, for both her and me. And she's like, yeah, I'd like $85 worth of food. And I'm getting nervous. I'm like, we've got like $12. We do not have any money. I'm starting getting really nervous. Like, we might have to run out. I was like, are we gonna have to run out of here? And she's like, shut up, don't blow the grift. And I was like, okay. And then, so the lady brings the food, and she's like, okay, that'll be like $87.50. And my friend leans over and smiles at her and gives her the smile, that Hollywood smile. And she taps on the food, and she was like, I'm poor and I'm hungry and I don't have any money. Tap, tap, tap. Can I just have this? It was one of the most powerful things I've ever seen in my life. And the woman kind of breaks down. You can see her barriers just melting. And just melting when you're truly, like, where I'm talking Marilyn Monroe, when you're truly Marilyn Monroe, there are no barriers. It's actually crazy. I've seen it before with a bunch of women, but when you're like a perfect 10, there are no barriers really. They don't overuse it because it would be gauche as shit, you know? It would be gauche. It would be shitty. It's like if the women really use their beauty power, it would be this thing I think that they would not be venerated for, let's put it that way. So they're very tasteful about it. They don't often overuse it. I think they do it with men, but they don't do it against other women. But even the woman who was straight, I guarantee you that woman was straight. She was like 48. She was like 25 years older than my friend. She was like older than me, and she was like a middle-aged straight woman working the P.F. Chang's cashier. She was not a lesbian. She really was not. I don't believe so anyways. Maybe she is. I don't know. But anyways, the response was not sexual. It was this idea that the beautiful thing, the beautiful creature in front of her was just so honest and so beautiful and so innocent and so hungry, because she was, that the woman was just like, I can't believe, she literally does this double take, and she's like, I can't believe I'm doing this. And my friend's smiling now, this sunshine smile. I'm not kidding. It's like my friend's smiling at her. My mouth is open. I'm just, and the woman just hands her this $85 fucking bag of P.F. Chang's, and she's like, yes, you can. You have a nice day. And I was like, and my friend grabs my sleeve, and she was like, thank you, bye, and drags me out. And we go to the car, and we have P.F. Chang's in the fucking parking lot. And I'm like, that is the greatest display of fucking power I have ever seen in my life. I have never heard of some. I mean, I've had people come up and be like, "Yo, give me $100." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Give me $100? Yeah, do I get a blowjob with that? To give me, I'm gonna give you $100 of shit." But she essentially walked up and asked the lady for a $100 bill. And when you're extremely adorable, extremely cute, and off the charts beautiful as well, like the kind of beauty that women buy magazines for, right? It's not like it's some, and also she's classy too. It's not like she begged her or did anything at all. She just said, she stated the facts and said, "Can I have this?" That's it. It was like, "I'm poor, I'm hungry, can I have this?" It was like that short too. It was like 5 words. It was there was no explanation. There was no, or anything like this. There was no story or anything, although she likes to do that stuff too, because it's kind of fun for her, I think, to do acts and stuff. She's not a grifter. She's just like hilarious. She gets people to give her stuff because she's pretty. And honestly, I don't know. That's funny. I've never fallen victim to it, but I've watched countless men do it, and even women do it. I've watched countless people do it. And afterwards, she's like, "You want to know one of the reasons why we can be best friends?" And I was like, "Why?" And she was like, "I don't think I could ever fleece you. I could ask you for help, and I would have to tell you why. That's not something I would ever do for anyone else in humanity. I would never tell them why I needed the help. But with you, I would have to tell you, or you wouldn't do it. You tell me no all the time." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I do. I don't need your beauty in my life to the point where I'm going to fuck up our friendship by putting some kind of value level on it or any of that, right? I'm just not going to do that to you. I'm not going to, like, I begged her to date me for a long time until we did. But it wasn't like, it wasn't, it was never like charity. I never begged her for charity or any of this. So she was like, "Yeah, I would have to explain myself to you. And I do when I ask you for something, don't I?" And she was like, "That's a very foreign new thing for me. I don't ever explain to humans why I want what I want. I just ask them. If they say no, I move on and ask someone else." And I was like, man, so that sheer display of power was something that was very mind-boggling to me, and it's sort of odd, like that power. I've only ever seen it in one other place, and it's money, and that's the power that I could represent that I just didn't care to do. I just didn't care to work on a career that paid money until now. I mean, I just never wanted to be one of the capitalist stooges. I'm sorry. I'll say it like a fucking socialist, because I pretty much am a socialist, I'd say. It sucks. I'm like a socialist anarchist. And I really just don't care for the fucking rat race, capitalism, or spending money, or hoarding money, or surplus, or any other stupid shit that mankind does to fuck over the human race, like laughing to the bank, or any of the shitty, baseless, like moralist stuff that they talk about all the time, right? So, so that was my whole thing about that. Like this power is something that's just like kind of interesting. So I thought about it. I thought about it when I first started this stream. I was like, I am gonna maybe have some power at some point if I take this position in this job. And one of those things about this is you vote with your money. If the kids see me gambling all the fucking time, am I a good role model? And it's not like I want to be a fucking role model. Trust me, don't be like Skycat, kids. Don't be fat. Don't be an ex-drug addict. Don't be a fucking idiot. Don't have brain damage from moped wrecks and cops chasing you for stupid shit or any of this, right? Don't be like Skycat. I'm not a role model, but I still don't think that matters. I think they're going to listen and watch what I do anyways, right? So when I play Genshin on this stream, I want you to fucking promise me as the viewership that you will not spend money on Genshin Impact. Not under its current system, right? And with that, I'm going to close the previous thought that I wanted to make about this. I am far more likely to pay them $75 in $5 increments over a 12-month period, like Fallout 76 does, or something like that, cheaper monthly, right? I'm far more likely to pay their cheaper monthly than to ever spend more than $5 on their fucking game. And to this day, I've clocked like 130 hours or something on Genshin Impact, but I only ever gave them $5, and I'll never give them any more than that. And it's not because I believe in being a pinch penny or any of that. I really not. I'm actually really liberal when it comes to money. I don't care about that. It's more about, like, I can't support that gotcha system. You vote with your money, and if we infect the kids with it, how good are we? So, being the hypocrite that I am, I'm gonna play Genshin here for some hours while I listen to a podcast. But please be noted about this. You will not see me spend a goddamn dollar on this game. On this account, there's not even a credit card attached to this. You know what I'm saying? They didn't ask me for a credit card when I signed up this account for an hour ago, and there's not gonna be a credit card on this account, and I suggest you do the same. And now, after this 34 minute and 43 second rant, we're gonna kill the fucking, we're gonna kill the mic now. You don't have to look at my ugly fat face anymore. I know you hate my ugly fat face so much, but anyways, I love you, and I'm kidding, by the way. Being self-aggrandizing. I hope you enjoy Genshin. I hope you like the Steak and Eggs podcast, because that's probably all you're going to hear tonight. And one of the reasons that I wanted to bring up the Steak and Eggs podcast, by the way, is these kids are all like pure. All three of them, Amiru and Asmongold and whatever the other kid's name, Tektite or whatever it is. I don't like his name. It's a good name, but I don't remember it easy. It's Tect1 or Tectone, whatever. Tectone, right? Tectone, Amiru, and Amiru and Asmongold are all gotcha fiends, and that's okay. But they'll on this stream, you're going to hear them talk about dropping $3,000 on Genshin, and I wish I could edit that part out of the podcast entirely, guys. Do not ever give these game companies any more. Don't ever give them a 1 red cent beyond whatever the monthly is or the purchase of the game. Don't give them money for skins. Especially don't give them money for loot boxes. Don't give them money for gacha. Don't do that, because it's like, okay, I can hit you with the daddy boomer wisdom about this, right? The most expensive pay model is free. And we're going to repeat this again several times so that you guys understand before I kill this microphone and I play Genshin for some hours, okay? Do not play Genshin if you intend to spend money, because it will rob you. It will take hundreds of dollars out of your account so quick. Watch it. So that's the first thing, right? But understand, the most expensive pay model in history is free. And on top of it, there's no such thing as free. So you're going to watch me struggle with this game in terms of the grind here for a couple of hours, and then I probably won't play it again for a long time. I'll try out, I've not done Honkai Star Rail tonight either, but I don't wish to exclude these games just based on the fact that they're gacha, if they're good games, because they're still free in the end, and I'm sure that's what they want me to think, and that's what I'm going to think. I love, the company Miyoho. I think they're one of the greatest companies ever. They entertain kids for thousands of hours for free. And you can go spend daddy's money on his credit card on skins if you need to show off to your non-existent friends. Or, I'm sorry, that was incredibly mean, but I mean that in a way, in a Genshin way. I'm not talking about you as a person. I'm talking about when you play Genshin, you can't play with other people. So why would you whale Genshin? You can't show off to anybody. If you do, it sucks. There's no town with people in it. Trust me, this is the worst sort of gacha. It's like you bought a mink coat, but you're in solitary confinement. No one's ever gonna see the mink coat that you bought unless you stream solitary confinement like I'm doing right now. But this game is solitary confinement. You can play in multiplayer, but nobody does. And on top of it, it's only 4 people max. So understand, this is a single player game. Despite it being an MMO, it's a single player gacha game that I do not recommend you ever spend a 1 red cent on. And I've said that like 10 times tonight, but you must get it through your head. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite who goes on Genshin and blows money or something like that. I'm talking about, do not spend money on Genshin till they change their system to something better, like $3 a month or something like that. They make a lot more money in the end. They have a lot more respect, and the Western audience would be a lot more accepting of them. So I realized that, it took me a long time to say, don't play gacha games, kids, but don't play gacha games, kids. And with that note, I'm going to cleanse the air one last time. I know I love the bells. I don't know if you guys do, but I fucking love these. Love these things. I've been using them for years. Not on stream, though. And You know, I was so scared of being called a hippy dippy, you know, flower power kid when I first got into this. Now I remember. It took me a long time to remember. My name's Blurry Face, like that song fucking by 21 Pilots. We wish we could turn back time to the good old days. Stressed out, right? He has this lyric in that song. I love that kid. He's such a good fucking singer. Best singer we've had in 20 years, I think, beyond Billie Eilish. But like, dude, like, okay, he says my name's Blurry Face and I don't care what you think. I'm sorry, he says I care what you think. But I don't care what you think. My name's Blurry Face. My Facebook is Blurry Faced. I mean, I don't, you know, I don't care what you think. So I'm gonna play Genshin whether you like it or not. But understand, take it with a fucking grain of salt here, and understand, a fool and his money are soon parted. Do not give Genshin Impact any money at all.
Back at it again. Welcome back, gentlemen. Another episode of Steak and Eggs with me, your boy Asmongold, Emeru, Tectone, and we have a guest today. Papa Meat Canyon. Welcome to the show. What's up, man?
Papa Meat!
How you doing?
Hello.
Yep.
Thanks for having me.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that first thing I want to do is like, so obviously you and I, we had a very similar experience, and I wanted to see like if you could explain what it was like to actually win a streamer. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
Like, we wanted. It was pretty cool, right?
Yeah. No, it was lovely.
Yeah. So
Very honored.
you went out there to LA and everything, right?
I did. Yeah. No, it was very fancy.
Yeah.
I couldn't actually believe how big the space was. I was very impressed.
Were you upset that you won?
Kind of. I voted for Ross. To be fair, I've let everybody know I voted for Ross.
Didn't you say that you didn't want it and that Ross would win? Or no?
Yeah, I did. If you look on the playback of the stream, whatever, I got up and he was sitting. We were sitting really close, and I said, "I voted for you." I'm sorry, but
Did you kind of have a hunch you would win, or not really?
I had no idea. I mean, like, primarily, I stream a lot actually, but I just don't really broadcast it. So it was cool to even be nominated, but yeah, I had no idea. And also, just, you know, first speech of the night. Come on. And I'm just like, oh, our art's cool. Oh,
Please watch the art.
yeah, exactly. People draw. It's cool. Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious, man.
I remember seeing the video of it saying your name, and you were just looking into the camera. You were like,
Yeah. Well, the guy, they positioned the camera so early, and by that point, I had a couple drinks, whatever.
yeah.
And the guy came up and he's like, "Hey, we're just gonna film you, all right?"
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no problem. Like, you know, just look at the camera. He's like, "No, you just don't be natural." And I just like was like, I looked like just right at the camera, and he was just like, "Move that way."
Wait, you weren't farming? You weren't farming?
No, I was just looking right at him. Well, I don't know.
I thought it was on purpose.
Yeah, I thought you were farming. There's this emote on Twitch. You know, stare on Twitch?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I was intentionally staring at him.
Oh,
But he
okay,
was
okay,
he was
okay.
like, "Look away."
Yeah.
He was like, "Don't look at me." He's like, "Look
worried
up
it was
there."
gonna reflect badly on him.
I guess maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the only other thing that I think that I had one clip. They had the beautiful montage, and it's like art section, and it's just me doing like a high pitched scream. And I was like, "What the fuck does this have to do with like art?" And I was like, God
Yeah.
damn it.
How long does like something like, you know, one of your videos, how long does that really take to make?
We try to do anywhere from 12 to 16 days just on the trying to be competitive on YouTube with like keeping up with the algorithm.
Wait, that quick? I thought a couple months for sure.
I thought at least.
I wish. Yeah, that would be awesome. It's and like, you know, so the animation looks like, you know, pretty cheap at times or whatever, but it's just, you know, trying to keep it as like little rigs that they do on like TV shows and shit like that. But yeah, no, just 12, 16 days mostly.
Yeah,
Wild.
your most recent video was the Cheeto one.
Yeah.
It was beyond uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the videos you make is just creepy, bro. Like I'm not sure if y'all have seen the Cheeto video that Meat made, but oh my god, there's this part where this little kid reaches into his Cheeto bag, and then he just lets out this low-pitched like growl, like he's dying, and it is so uncomfortable. I love it.
Like a cat in heat.
I'll have you know that the one that you did of me in like the Johnny Depp trial, every single person that fucking hates me uses that picture.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that
You were
yeah,
you just literally I draw people a lot whenever it's like mostly like if they're in my feed a lot, and then I'll be like, oh, I should draw them, whatever. And especially the giant depth thing.
Yeah.
You're every day,
Uh-huh.
tons and tons of deals. So it was like perfect, and I was already making the cartoon and everything. So, and then yeah, I've just I do the drawing videos on my second channel sometimes, and that was just like perfect.
Oh, everybody knows it. Like I was talking to my dad last night. I'm like, yeah, so we're gonna have this guy on. He does like animation, like art stuff on Twitch. And he's like, well, what does he do? I'm like, well, he did this one thing of me, and like I show it to him. He's like, well, that's great. Well, yeah, no, it's very well liked, and yeah, I think that the videos are just great. And so you stream yourself making videos. Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah, yeah.
How's that process work?
I've been trying to be a little more collaborative with like even chat of
Yeah,
stuff, and like just trying to like.
Should I add an extra finger?
Yeah, exactly. Should he have 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? No, mostly just like topics. Like I'll be like, oh, I'm thinking about doing this or that, and like getting their input. Like, so we're doing like the Sneeko and Charlie video this week, and that was just because it was a big topic of conversation in the chat. So like that was easy to be like, oh, people are interested in this. This is fun. I already also have done Sneeko before, so it's like I get to reuse assets and stuff. But
And you'll probably do Sneeko again with his trajectory.
maybe.
Guaranteed there
Yeah.
will be another video.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was shocking. Like, the entire situation got way worse. Like, when they started pulling out guns on each other.
Everything like
Guns?
This guy, so yeah, Emmy, guys, by the way, Emmy doesn't follow this stuff.
I don't like. I'll see
But you
it.
don't
I'll
know
see
about
it
it?
on my feed, and I'll be like 10 million views in one day. I guess I'll watch that later. Then I just don't, because I don't really get into drama stuff on YouTube. Like everything that I know is pretty much just like from Asmon or you like talking about it.
It's like in real life anime.
Wrong with her.
You know, it's like Kira versus L. Only one of them's a complete dumbass, and the other one's moist critical. You know, like Sneeko just starts laughing, swinging a pistol around, so then Charlie.
All
pulls
I
an
know is
M16
like I'll
on
see
stream.
Sneeko likes Andrew Tate and like he's a cuck.
Yeah.
That's
so-
all. That's the extent of my knowledge.
That's pretty much all there is to be honest.
what it was, and then so Charlie made fun of him, or like made a joke about him being a cuck, and then right after that, Sneeko got upset about it, and he's smiling. This is the picture.
Yeah, this
And
is the
he's
clip.
He's having so
Oh,
much
he's-
fun.
he's jamming out.
And
Oh,
he's like,
shit.
oh, you want me to look at your clips, Moist? Well, look at my clips. And it's like a clips of his gun. And he's so cool because he has a gun. You know, it's like, meanwhile, it's like, obviously, this is, like, he's never going to do anything.
Yeah, and the context of this is
Yeah.
that Moist completely obliterates him in an argument, and like completely shits on him, like trolls him, makes him look like an idiot. So his result is, as everybody who loses an argument, is to resort to violence and like pull out a gun. Right, so it's
also-
literally admission of defeat.
Well, it's more than that. It's the Matrix that's out to get him.
Oh, yeah,
this
of
is
course.
a new thing. It's like the Matrix is the Illuminati for Zoomers. That's basically what's happened.
Wait.
Yeah, and you have to escape
Wait,
it.
that's not ironic.
No,
Why would it be?
that is not ironic.
I thought it was ironic.
I
Isn't
kind of
that
thought it was
crazy?
too. I thought Matrix was like.
Yeah, like every time I'd see Andrew Tate be like, "Oh, the Matrix," I was like, "Oh, he's like playing his
No.
persona or whatever." No, that's wait. So what is the Matrix?
Okay, so think about the Matrix are people that disagree with you.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
I really thought you were gonna say. I really
fuck.
thought you were gonna be like. So there's a red pill and a blue pill.
Yeah. Well, I was halfway thinking about like explaining like the whole thing. And it's like,
No. I know the Matrix movie, but I was like, well, what is the context they're using, and is it literally just the
do
movie?
you want the actual like explanation?
Yeah, I did. I
Go for
kind
it.
of do.
Basically, it's like all of the mainstream, well-accepted ideals, opinions, mores, social norms, etc. And you just have to go through and say, you know, like certain things about COVID, certain things about, you know, like politics, certain things about social issues. And it's like breaking out of the matrix is saying things that are different.
And letting people fuck your girlfriend in front of you.
That's very
Okay.
important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
It's a huge part.
Wait, so how did that? What's the context on that?
Oh yeah, so Sneeko for some reason just wanted to give it a shot. So he like
Okay.
sits down in a bed, watches a dude rail his girlfriend.
And then just tells everyone.
Yeah, and no, the worst thing is he's doing it, he's watching it, he's crying while it's happening, right? And then afterwards he says, well, you know
We're
what?
crying or like-
Everybody should try this.
Here's what's so fucking worrisome about this whole situation is that what if Sneeko has a humiliation fetish, and ever since the Moist Critical video, he's just been furiously masturbating nonstop by everybody on the internet.
Even better.
That would be the
I
best
think
case
that there's
scenario.
a very good chance that's happening. Because like I will actually say I don't kink shame anybody as long as it's consensual between two adults. If this guy wants to be a cuck and do this stuff, more power to him. That's great. But you can't be a cuck, cry about it, and then start giving relationship advice, and then call other people part of the Matrix.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
problem.
it's I want the so he said that he cried.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I want a round of applause to the guy who was able to power through a man sobbing next to him.
Oh, yeah.
And like finish and be done with it. You know, that's
Wait, that's like
Probably not the first time.
Yeah.
don't worry, man, this happens a lot.
Oh my.
Yeah.
More common than you think, bro.
Yeah.
And the weirdest thing is that his girlfriend agreed to it too. Like that is just so weird. Like, I don't know, man. Me personally, I'll stay in the Matrix if that's what it means to get out of it. Personally,
Yeah.
I'm good.
I don't know. I mean, like, obviously, you know, there's some. Obviously, like, it's not like every single mainstream opinion is right about everything, but it's also not wrong about everything. I feel like
Yeah.
what happens with these people is like they get a little bit alienated on one point of view, and then they push back, and then the like mainstream people push back, and then it's like more alienation to the point where like this person's living in a completely different universe. That same thing happened to Abraham.
Oh, 100%. The way like the YouTube algorithm works, like if you watch one of these like escape the Matrix videos, and I'm sure you like, you know, it's like, I don't know, like the Andrew Tate shit.
I watched a video about like AI wipers.
Yeah.
And it was like by this guy, and it was like, you know, one of these like, you know, hey guys, you know, women suck, huh?
Got him.
Yeah. And so then it keeps recommending me more of these videos, which is like, to be honest, they're great content for like videos. Like I love talking about them. However, that's exactly what happens. You know, you just get fed more and more and more of these videos.
Yep. Also, I am curious for the AI art. You're an animator. Like, how do you feel about that?
Corridor Crew.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I see the gripes that people have with it. I just hope that it's gonna be utilized no matter what. Like, there's no pulling back from it. So all I can do is hope that like we can utilize it like a tool, like Photoshop or something.
Yeah.
Obviously, art theft sucks. You know, nobody wants to feel like all this stuff. I think the biggest complaint that people have is that they're feeling like they're being replaced, or like the thing that they've like sunk their life into is going to become obsolete.
Exactly.
And I completely sympathize with that. But at the same time, I'm trying to look at it from at least the utmost optimistic point of view of just like, can it be an aid somehow and not a replacement? Kind of like how I know I was talking with some people about like, it kind of feels very reminiscent of like when Pixar came out with like Toy Stories, and all the 2D animators were like, okay, we're fucked.
I remember that.
You know?
Yeah, that was like, it's crazy to think because that was like 25, 30 years ago.
Was that the first 3D movie?
It was,
I mean, like
it was very transformative for the time.
yeah, it was Pixar's big thing.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Technically, I think the first 3D was Jar Jar Binks. Pretty sure. In
Ooh,
Phantom Menace.
Really?
I think he was literally the first like 3D character in a movie.
I'm trying to think.
He
about
looks
that.
pretty good too.
George Lucas knows what
He's
he's
a
doing.
Sith.
Yeah, man. Damn.
Yeah. No, but like I mean, yeah, I don't know. Just hoping for the best. I mean, the biggest problem with it right now is it's just so easily accessible. There's no like
Yeah.
paywall or anything. And the biggest thing I think people should be concerned about is like voice. I mean, like people have already talked about this. Like, you know, people basically making like illegal videos with people's voices and likeness, and people are going to be able to recreate.
This was
these things.
so crazy. Like yesterday, you know, like I mean, have you played WoW before?
Yeah.
So like, you know, like the human thing where like the guy narrates, it's like, oh, Stormwind was, you know, being attacked and everything.
Mhm.
Well, the guy passed away, but somebody went and they made an AI version of that guy who is dead, narrating all of the quests at the beginning zone in World of Warcraft yesterday. It's absolutely fucking nuts.
I was gonna say it's seamless too, isn't it?
It's really good.
What's the reception?
Everybody was spamming cozies, you know, like the little people.
Oh, yeah?
They're so
Aw.
happy. And it's like, I don't know. I think this is so much more crazy than like a lot of like other social issues, but like nobody even really knows how to process it in a lot of ways.
It's so I think that whenever I saw like, God, I think like Stan Lee sold his soul to like Disney or whatever, so they're just like, we're gonna throw you in every Marvel movie, and he's like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't care, do it, whatever. And he's sitting there, and then Carrie Fisher, you know, she's been dead for 7 years, and they've been putting her up in movies and stuff. I think before too long, large companies are just gonna be like, hey, there's a limited offer where we're gonna give you $2,000 to sell your likeness, and then companies are gonna be able to use that, and then just like throw you in movies, have you say whatever, do all kinds of stuff.
You're like an extra for every single movie in the future because like one time in like 2027 they took a picture of you and your photo imaged into the database of extras.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That would be
That's
sick.
badass.
It is sick. Like in the moment where you're like, fuck yeah, that'd be
It's
that'd be
sick
dope.
and it's sick.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
it's
it is like-
revolting.
It is kind of weird too.
It's weird.
But I just think about like weird stuff with like, porn.
Oh yeah. Oh my
That's
god.
that's gonna be crazy.
Man.
Stuff like that,
Absolutely.
or even just like I don't know, like you're let's say you do get scanned into a movie
Yeah.
and you're like shooting a child in the back of the head, and you're like, that's not a good look. Whatever, like that kind of thing.
I
like,
will say that at least now, like with the AI art, people are a little bit more discerning with things on the internet. Because for the longest time, remember whenever like Elon Musk changed the verification thing and somebody pretended to be like Pfizer or some pharmaceutical company and they said that insulin prices were going down to like $3
Oh, yeah.
and like their stock went all the way down. Like at a certain point, people need to actually pay attention to where they're getting information from. You can't just rely on some third party to curate every single thing that you read and make sure that you never get bad information. So I think that that is one of the silver
that's the problem though, is humans are very unreliable. I'm one of the dumb ones. I'm just a little sheep going around. Someone's like, hey, this is happening. I'm like, that's terrible. And then someone tells me the next thing. I'm like, oh my god. It's just it's like people need to be more accountable for things, but God, we're just so worthless on so many levels.
Oh, absolutely.
It's also hard.
I've had that happen before. It's like, especially streaming, somebody will make me mad or say something that's not true, and this happens to streamers all the time, is some idiot will come into chat and be like, wow, did you hear what this guy said about you? He said you're a loser. And like you never see the clip, like, oh, he said I'm a loser? Well, he's a fucking loser. This guy sucks. I hate that fucking guy. He's the worst. And then they clip that and then they send it to the other guy.
I was like, what the fuck did I do?
Oh,
Kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I know, like, obviously, I'm sure you guys get the walls of text and stuff like that. I always wonder how you, just from a standpoint, like, my chat is it's slow. I gotta just do
They're chilling.
one-on-one with them,
Yep.
But do you find it hard? Is it hard not to cherry pick like certain things? Do you find that you gravitate towards? Because I know like the human brain really wants to like just grab onto like the negative things, but is it still easy to like conversate with this crazy mass of like people sitting there, like just a wave of words at you?
I will be honest, I am still one of the people. It's like there can be like, wow man, I love the stream's great, love the stream, wow, nice job. And one guy's like, hey man, you're not really that good. I'm like, what do you mean I'm not that good? Hey, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm trying my
I'm
best.
the opposite. Like I don't know how like somehow my brain can choose not to see things in chat.
Yeah.
Like I'll like be streaming and later someone will be like, oh wow, your chat was like awful today, like saying this, and I was like, I didn't see any of that.
That's a blessing.
Like,
It must
I
be
don't know
lovely.
how. It's great.
I think I have a different conclusion. I'm okay if people shit on me, like 100%. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I just don't like when people spread misinformation.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
Say
annoying.
like, I heard you did this, or like, I stopped watching you since you did that, and I'm like, bro, that literally never happened. So I get
Yeah, that's way more annoying.
that is being called like you're an idiot, you're loud, you're annoying. Like
Yeah.
I'm like lol. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
The white knight aspect of things too are weird. Because people come in and be like, God, you suck.
Yeah.
This sucks. And then people are just like, hey, no, he doesn't.
I hate that more.
I'm like,
people that come in are assholes.
Yeah.
I hate that more.
I know, because I'm just like, I'm not a baby. I'll just ignore it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But why don't you just leave if you don't like it? That kind of thing. I'm like, ugh.
Sometimes like they'll have these people that are just so fucking dumb, and they'll just try to they'll try to come in there and like make you do something or tell you to say something. Like this is the stupidest fucking thing that happened to me last night. So I was playing the Diablo 4 beta, and this guy is spamming for me to do a certain dungeon in Diablo 4. And for anybody you guys who haven't played the game, all the dungeons are basically the fucking same. And so he's spamming for me, you have to do this dungeon, it's gonna be really, really, really good. And like finally after he types it like 37 times in my chat, I'm like, fuck you, I'll go do it. All right, fine. And so I go over there and I do it, and he's like, it's broken for gear. And so I do it, nothing drops. And then he says, oh, I thought yellow items were legendaries. And he's lying to me.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh yeah, you did? I pulled up his logs. I scroll up and he's like, yeah, this game isn't anything like D3. Well, in D3 it was like this. In D2 it was like this. He's like, you know more about this game than I do. And you're saying this. And then he's like, oh, well, yeah, I lied. And I told him, I was like, listen, I'm gonna run it again, and if I don't get 2 legendaries out of this run, you're fucking banned in chat. 2 of them dropped. I was very disappointed.
No, really?
But
He
like,
was
there's
right?
people- yes. No, it was not. I mean,
Yeah, he was.
but like the guy, people will just type the stupidest shit into chat, and they will do it over and over and over with literally no remorse, no self-awareness, and no self-control. They will just go crazy. And there's a part of me that enjoys it. I like reading the psychic messages.
Yep.
It is fascinating.
Yeah.
Because I know that it's people that sit like emotionless on their face, just typing things, just like for hours. It's
like
a very beautiful piece of like, yeah, this would only happen today.
Yep.
In today's day and age, this is the only kind of new breed of psychopath that's out there.
Nobody, you're never doing this. Like you, after you do this, you're like, yeah, mom, I'll take out the garbage in a minute. I love you. I fucking hate you. I hope you die.
Do you think there was that kind of back in like revolutionary times, guys just writing a letter to someone, dude, every day?
Probably like
Oh,
like
yeah,
government,
sure.
Yeah, I
probably
mean-
like government officials or something, like something that everyone
think
kind of knew.
think about Martin Luther, you know, the guy who started the Protestant church. This dude got so fucking pissed off at the church, he literally wrote down a list of things he thought the church sucked at, and he nailed it to the door.
Yeah. So that's kind of brutal. That's awesome. Versus a guy who's just like, bro, you gotta check out this cave.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to this cave. There's gold there. I swear to God. And he's like, every day of his life. And the guy's like, I'm not going.
Horrifying that'd be though in real life. Somebody nailing that shit to your door.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Fuck.
Well, it wouldn't be horrifying at all, because it's the church, so it's set on fire.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Thank you to Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. for sponsoring this episode of Steak and Eggs. Experience Japan from the comfort of your own home with these snack boxes. Tokyo Treat is a monthly pop Japanese snack subscription box with Japanese snacks that are usually only available in Japan. Sakura Co. is a monthly authentic Japanese snack subscription box that supports local Japanese snack makers. This month, Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. are bringing the beauty of cherry blossom season right to your doorstep so you can picnic with a Sakura-themed snack box. These boxes are a perfect way to experience Japan for yourself. Check the link in the description to order your own.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, there are some of those people, like, I will do this. Whenever I see a really, really psychotic message, like something that's totally unhinged, I will remember it on purpose because I love thinking of them. It's like going to a zoo.
That's sick.
Yeah. It's like I have a collection of them. Like, I've shown Emmy, Tectone, like, all these people, like, these messages. And, like, especially in, like, DMs, people will send me, like, an essay of, like, all kinds of, like, everything wrong with all the people that I talk to. Like, everything wrong with me, like, what I need to do differently with my life, how I can move forward, how to make my streams good like they used to be, and just, like, everything. It's nuts.
You catalog that in your head?
No.
He saves it. He has folders of screenshots.
That cannot be healthy for your brain.
I think
You're going to forget how to speak one day, and you're just going to recite these messages back. Just like blind sitting in a bed, just like reciting these messages that you've memorized from your computer.
Oh, yeah. No, it'll be great. I love that. I mean, you don't ever get those people?
Oh, I mean, you know, people come in. I think people are just coming in. I think they're just like, it's just a little drive-by stuff.
You don't get like
Fuck you. Kind of, yeah.
you suck.
Yeah, exactly. This looks like shit. And I'm like, thanks. And then they just like, you know, drive off. But luckily not too much. But like I said, my streams are relatively pretty small. It's just me listening to music and I just usually sing.
Because you have like the slow chat, I hate that. I hate slow chats so much. Because then like when one person comes in and he leaves that comment being like, hey bro, you fucking suck. It's just sitting there.
Yeah. Slowly teetering up and I'm like, it's almost gone.
Almost gone. I
Yeah.
swear to God. So what I did was, do you ever use Chatterino for your chat or do you just use the default chat?
Just the default chat.
If you download Chatterino, you can make the text bigger. That way your chat
Fuck you. Yeah, you suck. You're like,
Yeah.
it's like eyes glazed on it.
Yeah, it has the
Yeah.
Vine boom sound effect.
Bro. Yeah, open the door. Yeah, that would be. Yeah. No,
It's hard.
The slow chat I always just get, the biggest thing I get fixated on is people's names.
Yeah.
Which it's like, they're just usernames, but it's almost just like, why?
Like, why is this your name?
I had a guy the other day that came in and it was dead turtle fetus, and then like some numbers afterwards.
you remembered it?
Like 9.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, I don't remember, I told my wife,
Yeah.
brushing my teeth, I'm like, there's a guy, dead turtle fetus.
Yeah.
Kind of a bit odd. And then I was like, 377. And then I just felt like insane because then 377 was just it spoke back to me. I'm like, why 377? And all the collection of numbers on the keyboard, why these three kind of thing. So, yeah, that's the thing I get fixated on.
Oh, absolutely. People have all kinds of crazy names and do all kinds of stuff. Like I love doing ban appeals. Have you ever done ban appeals before?
Mm-mm.
You should.
I don't think I've really banned many people. I don't think I know how to.
Really?
It is.
Man,
Dude, they
I
are
do.
so funny. The shit people say to get unbanned is hilarious.
Oh, so they can type back to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So they get banned, but they can send in an appeal for the ban.
One message.
Yeah, they're supposed to like explain themselves basically, then you can like accept or deny it.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so
that-
funny.
you have to
That's
start
so-
banning people now.
It's
you
so
can-
barbaric. That's like that's some Martin Luther shit right there.
Yeah, well, people like to go through them publicly, so it's like in front of your whole stream, and like everyone's
Oh,
like judging them
perfect.
like
Yep.
executioner.
Oh, yeah.
That's sweet revenge then, especially in like a video that's up forever. Yeah,
Yep.
that's so good.
If you ever,
I love doing that. And it's like sometimes there will be people. I remember there was one guy that he was in like 3 ban appeals videos. This guy had gotten banned and then unbanned over and over and over. And at a certain point, I think my mods were literally just unbanning him because they knew he would pop off again.
Did he become like the public, like a vigilante almost? Like, did he become the people's hero in a way? The man to die only to be reborn again?
There was one person who was like, "Man, you suck. You used to be good, but you're not anymore." And then everyone was like, "True." And I'm like,
God.
"I'm not unbanning this bitch.
Yeah.
No way." And they're like, "Oh, he died for us, guys."
Truly a hero.
Yeah,
If you ever-
there's a lot of those.
if you ever want your chat to go faster, there's a couple tricks you can use. So I learned this one from a guy called Mizgif, and what he does is he says easy claps in the chat for me or hearts in the chat for me, and then when you say that, your chat will explode with tons of emotes. You can just do that all the time until eventually you form a certain amount of brain rot between you and your community, where they feel uncomfortable whenever they're not typing emotes.
Oh, I
And
see.
that's what I do. Now the problem is my chat only uses emotes now. So I don't get to talk to any of them, which blows. Because like the walls of texters that Asmon has, those are the real gold mine viewers.
I actually have like 30-year-old boomer viewers that don't use Twitch that come into my stream. "Hey man, first time watching from YouTube," and they type out a whole paragraph, and it's like, whoop.
Yeah.
That's so like tragically like sweet though. It's just like some guy is just like, this guy means a lot to me. Whatever. And he's like, made a glass of wine. And as soon as just enter and it's just fucking gone. And he's just like, damn. It's like, yeah, that's, well, with you at least, it's like, is it like legible now, like hieroglyphics?
Yeah, it's like the hieroglyphics.
Yeah, so you're just like, oh, ha, ha, you're like laughing with them on the.
My chat sometimes feels like delayed text to speech.
Okay.
You know, it's like I'll say something funny, Omega lol. I'll do
Yeah.
something weird. I look at the camera for a second, stare, and I mean like if I look at my camera for a split second, like the chat will explode with that emote. Which sucks because I went live the other day for 8.5 hours, and the entire 8.5 hours was just one guy came in, and he was just talking about how great his ass felt after getting a bidet, and I talked about that for 8.5 hours. It's like when you have those viewers, like they can carry your entire content. And then I spent $600 on getting Ludwig's bidet.
Oh my
Do y'all use that? Do y'all use bidets?
Yeah, every toilet in my house.
I have no idea even really what I don't know how they work. I mean,
It cleans your ass
that
with
makes
water.
sense. Yeah, I mean, I just do that in the shower. It's not a big deal.
But imagine if you didn't have to shower to get that level of cleanliness. Like it'll.
I don't. I'm normally naturally clean.
Are you?
Yes.
I just saw you down like 6 Popeye chicken tenders. I feel like it's a war zone down there.
Don't lie. It was 10.
That's actually
Don't lie. You're being kind.
that's a hot
Yeah.
topic in my chat, by the way.
What is?
If you are actually that clean.
Oh my god.
I'm
So
just being
worked
real.
up about this shit.
Mm.
It's not even a big deal. No, I don't have any of that stuff or anything. Like my house is the same as it was in like 1998. That's about it. I still have the TV there from 1998. Played Super Nintendo on that fucking TV. Still have it in the living room.
I like to
Lord
think
of
that
the
it was just like 98. You're like, God damn, this is a good year.
Rings. Yep.
And we're leaving it like this for the
Yep,
rest
it's
of
fine.
time, frozen forever.
Change nothing.
Does your house have a certain smell that you miss when you leave your nest?
I don't really have a sense of smell.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, your nose is messed up.
Yep, it's great because I never have to worry about somebody smelling bad or anything like that. It's not an issue at all.
So you've never worried about your hygiene ever?
What?
You never worried about your hygiene? Because I'll be real, you don't smell bad at all.
The only time I ever shower is whenever my hair gets greasy because it makes me look more bald on camera. That's the only actual reason why I shower.
And why don't you shave your hair?
He doesn't want to be bald.
Yeah,
Really?
actually, that's.
Oh, that's it? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't, but
Are you talking about getting a hair transplant?
No, I do not want a hair transplant at all.
Oh,
But
okay.
Miz said that he wanted one, and he wanted me to do it with him. And I'm just like, all right, sure, man, I'll do it. Like, if one of my buddies wants to get one with me, sure, I'll do it. But I do not care
Chris
at
doesn't
all.
need a hair transplant.
No, he does not.
Like, I don't understand.
Dude, people get self-conscious about crazy shit all the time, but it's like, dude, who cares? You're thinning hair. You have some bald spots on your head. Who fucking cares?
I used to be so insecure whenever I first started streaming. I wouldn't show people, like, because like back then I was like way even more skinnier than I am now. And then like at a certain point, I just went out and I did a gardening stream, and I literally took a shower with a hose on the stream. And after that, no more insecurity.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what people say. It's like that. Here it is. You know,
Like,
take it or leave it.
I feel like it is so unhealthy when people make fun of people for just how the body normally ages. Like, people say like bald, old, Lamau 30. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you realize we're all gonna get to that point.
Well, it's like the Lamau 30s. These are literal like 16-year-olds from Sweden that have no
Yeah.
idea what's gonna happen. Like they're gonna be bald 10 years before you are, but they
Yep.
just don't know it yet.
I always thought it was people that were even older than you, because most,
Oh,
of, most
100%.
of my chat's older than me, and then they'll make fun of me for being 25, and I'm like, all right, you're like 29. Whatever.
Yeah, you're like 40, bro. Nah, it's bad. So just, I don't know. I like being an example of just be confident with who you are, man. You're bald. Who gives a fuck?
I mean, it is what it is.
100%.
And it sounds bad, but them making fun of me for so many years for like anything that I do wrong or any sort of like inconsistency in my appearance, or like, oh, it's like you look weird this way. It actually made me not give a fuck.
Yep.
I actually was bullied into having self-confidence.
Yeah.
Dude,
Fucked up.
same.
Yeah.
100% because I've been shit on so much. Nothing affects me anymore. I just do not
I
care.
think like
Exactly.
also when you're a content creator where it like shows your face, the parts of you that are like people make fun of are part of what makes you like unique and like
Yeah.
you know.
Mm.
I think it's a good thing. I don't know.
Like, I deadass went into my underwear on stream yesterday and had full body convulsions in an ice bath, like just straight up naked on stream. And I
Oh
just
my.
don't care, bro. It was so funny. It was also really fucking weird watching it back. But by the way, I don't recommend ice baths to anyone. Apparently,
Why would you do that?
okay, so apparently it's crazy good for your health.
Wait a second.
It says who?
Didn't you say that whenever you played League all the time, you would take cold showers to punish yourself?
Yeah, but that wasn't like to.
That's different, guys.
That's different. The point of that is for it to be bad.
Yeah. Apparently, like, ice baths have like crazy good effects on your body.
No, they do
Yeah.
not. I would know.
No. Well, maybe Wake's watching this video and reacting to it.
I
I'm
bet.
pretty sure they do.
I bet it does.
Oh, look at this. Ice baths are good for your. Can't read that. Ice
Good
baths
for
are
you.
good if
blood
done safely.
circulation,
When done
all sorts
safely.
of
It's
stuff.
like breathing too.
Can soothe your muscles, reduce inflammation.
It's like it's
I
a
get what
general
you're
thought.
doing.
The biggest thing is I would rather have some. I'm glad that there's at least another perspective. The amount of times I'm like scrolling through TikTok and it's like some dude in fucking like
wake up
in like Minneapolis in his backyard.
He's just like, the benefits, this is day 37. And I'm up to 5 minutes in the tub. Let's get with it.
He like sits there and he's like shivering. He's like,
Today's way better.
I'm like, shut the hell up, dude.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
You know, at least I'm not sitting in a fucking ice bath right now, dude.
Yeah.
What have you done to have to?
Yeah, what have you
mental
done, man?
clarity,
Yeah.
dude? Yeah, exactly. I don't know what kind of horrible things you've done to where you're like, I need to get rid of this shit. We need to start doing some ice baths.
Yeah.
To be like real, like mental, just like fucked to do that. I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's like these the grind culture, and this is especially true in like TikTok and Instagram. And you see that, and it's like that one guy from Peaky Blinders, Thomas Shelby. And there's always quotes of things that he didn't say that people will put up there as if he did say them about grinding. It's like, you've got to wake up at 4 a.m. You've got to take an ice bath. You can't drink anything except for black
They say
coffee.
The Peaky Blinders characters say to take an ice bath. Wake up in the morning.
Well, that's the mindset, though. Exactly, yes. And it's like this crazy culture that people have on TikTok and Instagram. It's just so nutty to me. I can't imagine it. Meanwhile, I'm like waking up at 4 p.m. and it's like, oh, let's go on to McDonald's, and then I'll turn on the stream and play video games for 8 hours.
This
That's about it.
weird thing about ice bath culture though is like because you're right, it does feel like a new wave of like Instagram like fitness.
Yeah.
You know, like wake up at 4 a.m. or whatever. But now there's like it's just such a wide spectrum of people.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the guy from Minneapolis, you
Mhm.
have like a 98-year-old woman.
Right.
Who knows where she lives? She's somewhere. And then you have Russell Brand, who's like hopping in a thing too, and you're like, this must be a phenomenon. I need to try this.
To be honest, I actually would be willing to try an ice bath.
I think the thing though is you have to like stick with it though.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like if you were like, I'm gonna try ice baths, it'd be like you're gonna do like a month of ice baths.
Oh my.
I don't know, man. I just think they're just not for me. Like that was like a near death experience for me. I'm not kidding you.
What is
Well,
it
it's your
supposed
first
to do?
time though too.
It,
No, but, like,
helps your
Look at me, I'm
pulse
now I'm
and
sound like I'm
everything.
like an advocate.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
dude, come on, stick with it.
No, I'm telling you,
Again.
like my vision started blurring, head started spinning, my body started vibrating.
Oh, bro, you also said that you didn't sleep for 3 days.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah,
That's gotta be
Yeah.
it's goddamn cold water.
It was fucking
what they
cold. Like people thought I was acting. Like if you, I'll send you a clip.
Yeah, please.
It is bad. Like it was bad. And then I'm like in the shower crying afterwards because I thought I was dying, bro. It's so hard.
The ice bath community just livid by this
Yeah.
misinformation.
Like I'm sitting there just being like, okay, just
the pain, brother.
Yeah,
dude,
come on.
I couldn't, man. It was like, okay, control your breathing, control your breath, control your breath. I couldn't, bro. This was also right after game day where I was gassed. Like, by the way, dude, game day is the greatest thing that we've done in so long.
Really?
Yes, the football episode was so awesome.
Did you watch that?
I was screaming Diablo 4.
Oh shit.
You should run it back.
Yeah.
Every game day starts the same way. I absolutely blow the first half, and then somebody yells at me for doing something wrong, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was wrong. And then I actually get up, because I don't watch sports. I'm not a nerd. I watch anime like a real man.
Yeah.
Right? And then I actually learn the rules of the sport, and then I pop the hell off on the second half every single time. So it's just like, bro, just tell me how to play the game earlier, man, and then I will actually play the game. I think we're doing one more episode. I think it's...
Yeah, one more.
Softball or something like that?
Is it kickball or is it softball?
One or the other.
I'm going to practice the hell out of it, whatever it is, because I would like to have one good performance. But right now, it's badass. Man. Also, are you going to be on? Are you going to play?
Oh, that's a lot. I mean, that's going to require me I have to leave the house. I
Yeah.
have to get up early.
But imagine how cool that would be.
But I would have to get up.
That's
and I
true.
would have to leave the house too at the same time.
I would be scared of you getting injured. Every game day, my goal is just not to get hurt. I'll do like one thing, like I got one tackle,
I know.
and then I was like, I'm good.
Got
I'm
it.
not worried about getting injured. That's fine. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you get injured, then you have a better excuse to stay at home.
Yeah,
You don't want to do the final one just for fun?
maybe I will consider it. Like we used to have a game, we would throw 2x4s at each other for fun.
We'll do
So,
that for game day.
I don't know about that. It's a lot different whenever we were 7.
Yeah. What are the rules of that?
I would love to. I'd love to be in that meeting.
Yeah,
no,
I want
it's-
that.
All right, so here's the rules. It's like a fucking like stack of 2x4s.
You're gonna stand on one side of the backyard, and I'm gonna throw it at you. And then after I get done throwing all of them, then you get to throw them at me.
Yeah,
about it.
whoever can
That's
get in,
awesome.
Yeah.
whoever can get in Dad's truck and drive away first wins.
Yep. Did you guys ever like take one of your parents' cars and try to drive with it before you could?
Oh, yes, and here's why. Okay, so my mom, there's this little button on the front, that had like 3 red triangles around it, and she said, "Don't press that button. If you do, the car turns into an airplane."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Okay." I was like 3rd grade. And it's like 2 a.m. I take her keys, I reverse the car out, and then I'm like, "I'm getting away from this hellhole." Press the button, and it was just the caution lights, man.
It was supposed to make you not want to press it.
Yeah.
Why would you tell a kid it turns into an airplane if you don't want to?
Because my mom was stupid, man. I don't know. God, I would have been. I wanted to get out of there so bad. I was like, I'll fly away and I'll never come back.
I never took a car, but I used my dad's power tools. Me and my friends would make, or one time in particular, we used his bandsaw when I was like 9.
Oh shit.
To we were playing Onimusha on PS2,
Mm-hmm.
and we were like,
Good game.
we should make the. I had like a bunch of like extra wood.
Uh-huh.
We made like the swords, whatever,
Yeah.
and that was just a horrifying event. 'Cause my buddy's grandpa like walked over. He's like, "What the hell's going on?" And he was like, "We're making Onimusha blades," to him like that. And he's like, "I don't know what that fucking means." And he like grabbed him by the collar basically and drug him out. And yeah, then it was just really awkward. My dad came home. He's like, "What the fuck? How did you? What are these in the driveway?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I turned on the band song. Made Onimusha blades with them. I didn't know it was bad." Yeah.
Yeah, I never did any of that. I never drove around. I had friends that would do it. They would drive around. They would get in their parents' car, and they would drive around at like 2 in the morning. Whenever we were like 11 and 12, just straight up.
Wait, actually?
Boy riding.
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
Man.
Yes. And then I remember one of them got turned in and caught for it, and he was like so mad about it. And then he just waited a month and did it again. Wasn't even a big deal.
Just parents, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was the guy.
Hide the keys, first off. All right, no more.
That's what she started. Yeah. Yeah, Emmy, you were a good kid, huh?
I mean, I never did that. I never
What
stole
was
my
the
parents'
worst thing
car.
you ever did?
The worst thing I ever did. I feel like I don't know if I said this last episode. I got suspended from school once because we were role playing Super Smash Bros on the playground, and I threw a giant rock at a kid. Yes.
He's dead.
So what do you think was gonna happen?
I don't. Well, we would throw like a bunch of stuff at each other, and I just like there was this like broken off piece of like the basketball court asphalt. I just chucked it at him, and he like
First
ran
off,
away. And the
strong
teacher was like,
child.
"Alright." I got suspended for like 2 weeks, but my parents weren't even mad. They were just like, stupid.
Yeah,
Should have blocked. Why didn't he block?
He didn't shield. He didn't dodge.
Put up the shield.
Yeah.
I love the games that kids play, like the scenarios where it's like, we're gonna pretend to be this,
Yeah.
and it's like, I remember in like 2nd grade, it was like we would just play like World War II.
Right.
You'd like pretend like things were trenches and go around and stuff,
Yeah.
and other people are like getting fake married on the playground and stuff.
Oh my God.
It's very odd.
I remember we would just throw rocks at each other. Like that was like basically the main.
I'd be very mad even as a child. I'd be like, "Why the? Stop throwing the fucking rocks!
Well,
I'm holding an invisible gun. Like, I mean, I have. There's no need to throw the rocks.
yeah, just like grab a big
Hailstorm, like right across the face. Oh! Yeah.
It was fun, but I guess like now, I wonder if kids even do that stuff nowadays.
Yeah, they do, for sure.
Do they? Oh, okay.
I'm sure they still do.
See, I feel like the phone. I thought like phones and iPads.
Yeah, it's like you
took
go
it
out.
all
There's like 3rd graders on recess.
Oh,
and,
they
like,
probably roleplay like Among Us and Fortnite on the playground now.
Ah,
That sounds.
Yeah, instead of like Smash
Wait,
Bros.
that sounds
or, like,
awesome.
whatever games we were.
Actually, I'm wearing my Among Us shirt today.
there's definitely like there's definitely teachers that are like probably around our age too. So
Yeah.
they're probably like watching that shit and they're like, "Oh my god, this fucking cringe."
Yeah.
So I wonder if there was like a war vet who watched me play World War II and he's like, "Come on, really? You think this is cool?
Really?
Okay."
Dude, I've never missed being a kid until right then, dude. Role playing Among Us as a kid with my homies, that sounds like so much fun.
It's only ever looked fun. I've never played it, but I've only think it's ever looked fun whenever the VR headset and that guy is like chasing
Yeah.
that kid. I fucking love that clip.
Yeah, that clip is so funny.
Good. Just
Yeah.
absolute terror in that kid's voice.
Poor kid.
So you never played Among Us either, then?
No, I didn't know.
Y'all
about
both
it.
haven't played it?
I played it. I had to play it once, and that was it.
For game day? For game night?
I think I was forced into it. And
I'm sorry, that was me.
That was fun.
I didn't know that was your first time.
That was fun as hell.
yes. Yeah, I was like, I don't like this game. Where's World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
What's this?
There's not even blood elves in this game. This is fucking weird.
Well, you can't shoot anybody. Where are the guns? Like, what is this?
Dude, I genuinely believe Among Us was probably in the top 10 games ever made because it's so simple. I have over like 4,000 or 5,000 hours on it. Every game's different. Dude, I love it. Like, just a simple game of deception. And the best thing is, the reason why I love it, it's like, I think the best first date is taking like someone out to an escape room. Because like you learn so much about someone when they're under pressure, like 100%.
I think it's taking.
That's also that's very odd signaling to your date.
Yeah.
How would you escape this?
What would you do
I
if
know
you
how to-
got
Can you even get out of here?
Okay, so you can get out of this one, but not this one. Okay, I'll write that.
Okay, but here's the thing though, here's the thing. Like, you don't learn about something, like, okay, everybody can be enjoyable during a good time, but when you're in an escape room and you're stuck, and you're both just pissed off, seeing how they're gonna react is super important. Because like, they might just rip you down, man. They might just say, wow, you're
Yeah.
okay, wow, you're pathetic. And I'm not like Sneeko, I don't have a humiliation fetish.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Bring it back. Okay?
I'm not turned on by this.
I
Stop being mean to me.
Not for me.
The thing about Among Us, or that whole thing was, I remember people were like, "Oh, we should play it," But then I remember I missed one time, and then all my friends were like, "Oh yeah, I just got really mad."
Yeah.
And that became the big thing that I kept hearing was, "Oh, it ruins friendships. People get fucking absolutely heated in this."
So
No, dude, okay, any friendship ruined by a video game, I see as an absolute win. Because
That's true.
Because if one of your friends is such a loser, that they're gonna cut you off from a video game, well, fuck 'em. It's pathetic. No, I love that shit. I'm like, all right, sweet, get him out. Fucking go next. I don't care. People take this shit way too seriously.
What?
People take Valorant too seriously, League too seriously.
Okay, well, at least League and Valorant are competitive games. Like Among Us, you're playing for rank in Among
Ranked
Us.
Among Us.
You're ranked Among Us. Wait, wasn't that a thing they tried to make an elo system? No
Wait, did
way. That was a Twitch thing, right?
I missed the ranked
Yeah.
Among Us meta.
Yes.
Good, honestly.
No, that would be.
Do you think the game though is fun with strangers, or is it only fun because it's your friends piling?
I only liked it with strangers because I had no problem gaslighting and insulting and fucking with strangers to the most insane levels. But if I ever had to do it with friends, it's I don't want to gaslight you and lie to you and tell you that you're a bad person for not believing me. This is weird.
I love
But
it.
if I get to do it to a random person, it's yeah, fuck you, man.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean it was
Playing
me?
with friends was hard because I'm such a bad liar. Most of the time, I was imposter after people be like, I knew you were lying, but I felt kind of bad. I didn't want to out you because it was so obvious.
I love it, man. The thing, I made some of my closest friends from playing Among Us. Even one of my current roommates, we met just playing Among Us.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I love it. You learn so much. But even still, even for ranked games, if you were really getting angry at your friends over a video game, I just don't like that at all. If it's on stream, sure, it's content, but off stream, I think that's so weird.
I don't
agree.
understand how people can stream video games and not get mad. I don't get it. I'll watch somebody play a video game and they'll be dying to a boss and they don't freak out. They don't get mad. They don't throw their controller. They don't start banning people in chat, making jokes.
It does have a layer of it's a little bit of a psycho. Somebody watching somebody just die over and over again. They're okay, you're just where's the emotion?
Why'd you look at me? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, because I remember whenever you did Manus in Dark Souls 1.
Okay, that actually mentally broke me. But when I would play League, I would never get mad for 5 or
You
6
were
years.
mad. And then also,
I was mad at Manus.
Remember, so she tried to stream Dark Souls 3, but she has a computer that's made out of basically balsa wood. And so she turns it on, and the game is lagging. It's every
Oh, yeah, you were watching.
frame is lagged out. And I'm watching her, and I give her advice. I'm oh, maybe you should do this. You should wait for this. And she starts yelling at me.
Shut up! No way.
Shut the fuck up! You don't know what you're talking about.
Did you see when I got so mad, I strapped a camera to my chest to film my screen to hope it would fix it.
No way.
So mad about this. She's okay, it's not working with the screen capture. Fine. She took the webcam and she put it right there, and she's streaming herself playing the video game like it's a Super Mario 64
It was very immersive.
run from 2007.
The streamer POV.
You know what sucks? I went up in viewers.
I felt like I was the streamer. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a clip of me showing my hands and screaming. It's my POV.
It's, dude, that's actually such a funny stream.
Never got fixed either.
Nope, never. I actually got a new computer.
No way. What the hell?
I think I've only really raged with League.
Really?
Because you're just trapped. You're just trapped. Trapped in
that is-
hell. And then also that's the time where I know what you mean by not getting mad at friends, but it's just being stuck for 45 minutes in something. And you're start bitching with your friends and stuff like that.
Bitching and being mad with your friends is one thing,
Oh.
but it's when it's not when it goes beyond the game.
I switched.
Oh yeah.
Looks like Hardcore Henry. Do you guys remember that YouTube thing? The FPS gun
That's
thing.
really old, right?
It turned it.
old.
I mean, in terms of internet, sure, but it got its own movie and stuff, but it looks just like that. It's great.
Yeah, I was
Fucking
eating
dominant.
I was eating my nuts.
Yeah, I found Emmy's weakness for streaming is that she doesn't get angry or frustrated at things, but she gets annoyed very easily.
Yes.
You get annoyed very easily. I will send her
No,
one
and
text
it's
speech.
even worse because I think pretending to be annoyed is funny, so it's twice as much as it actually is, but then I actually get annoyed.
Yeah, no joke. I will send you 2 text speech, and I'll just see just sheer annoyance, and I'm just I love it. I love being here so much.
Yeah.
God.
Oh yeah, or asking questions that you know will make somebody mad.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, isn't this like the first boss?
No, it's not fucking first boss guy.
Yeah, get all heated up.
Why does he keep falling off?
Oh, dude. Speaking of heated up, did y'all see the IRL trash talk with Soda popping last night?
I didn't
Yeah.
see it, but I heard of it.
Okay, so pretty much what happened was, I'll skip all the fanfare. I was third place. Russell and Lucari tied for first, essentially. Okay, although Soda Poppin technically won, which was bullshit. But the gimmick was, every single time you won a round, you took a shot like of alcohol. Me and Surefour were taking like 2 or 3 shots each time we won. Okay, I lost because I passed out while playing because I was so drunk. Okay, get to the finale. It's Russell versus Lucari. Okay, Russell is sober. Okay, I'll say it. Lucari is fucked up.
Right.
And then Surefour says, oh, we should just take a shot of alcohol each round that we win instead of every game.
Yeah.
And Lucari had to win 5 times to win it all. Russell had to win twice. Lucari wins 4 times in a row.
Wow.
Okay? And he's taking double shots. He gets the final game. And I mean, you saw all this, right?
Yeah, I was in the tournament too. I left about halfway through. I was out. I went home to
You
play
missed it?
Valorant. Well, I tuned in towards the end, and Lucari's girlfriend Kyuko and Russell were just standing up, screaming at each other. I was like, they were like about to fight. I was like, what is happening?
Dude, okay, so Lucari, final round, he loses twice in a row, and he's gone. Because he is so drunk, he's gone. He's like fumbling over. I'm having to support his neck and his body with my arms and legs, and I'm pouring water into his mouth like a mother bird, begging him to get hydrated, okay? And then I can tell something's about to go wrong. So me and Wake, we pick him up, we take him to the bathroom. Before he even gets in the door, sprays the walls with vomit everywhere, dude. And then in the toilet, it was so funny. And the first thing,
that wasn't on stream.
it wasn't on stream. It wasn't on stream. Yeah. First thing he does, he starts begging for Kyuko. Okay. Kyuko's, thankfully, that's his girlfriend. In case you know Lucar's girlfriend, Kyuko, begs for Kyuko. I was like, oh God, I just want to see my girlfriend. Oh, I love you so much. That was on stream. And I thought that would be the only drunk person I would have to deal with that night. And also, I'll just say, okay, Russell was barely drunk, and the car was blackout drunk.
Right.
Russell, you cheated. Okay, I'll just say it. So I go home, and my buddy's on this thing called Modern Host with Amaranth. Okay, and before this, we played the same game with each other, where for the first episode of Steak and Eggs, I say this thing called Badass. It started off as a meme, and now I just can't stop saying it. And my buddy LaRoe dares me to say badass as many times as I possibly can in the first episode. I thought it was fucking hilarious. Okay, well, I did the same thing for him for the Modern Host. And I said, dude, say badass and locked in as many times as possible tonight. And he's like, okay, bet. There was apparently this girl in the call before the stream started that said, feeling a little bit nervous. Anybody want to take some shots with me? And so everybody agrees. Everybody's drinking, apparently. But LaRoe goes above and beyond. Okay? So I see him, and I think he's RPing. Like, just being super loud, super obnoxious for the entire thing. And then I message him, dude, you're hilarious, but you should probably pull back on the RP a little bit. Like, pull back a little bit. And he sends me some incoherent garbage. I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. Maybe he's, like, in the zone. He can't type. And he finishes, he gets eliminated, and I say, make sure to drop the RP when you get eliminated, and like thank everybody for their time and say how gracious, like how much you appreciate being offered the opportunity, because he was. But he doesn't say any of that. He continues screaming, gets muted, and gets removed. So then I go downstairs, and I'm just like, hey, LaRoe, how you doing? And his head's in the toilet. He's just like vomiting nonstop. Bottle of Jack Daniels, 70% of it's gone. Bottle of Bailey's, half of it's gone. And he's like, bro, I don't even know what's happening right now. I'm holding his hair. He's vomiting. I go to grab his phone, didn't realize it's in a puddle of puke, right? So what happened was he got drunk from that, and apparently he was also taking shots with us during the game night because he wanted to be a part of it.
Right.
So he drank like, and he's like 5'6", 5'7", dude. He's completely fine. It was so funny, but now I look back at that VOD on what I thought was RP, and I'm like, bro, that was not RP. That was one man who was high on Xanax and alcohol, not actually Xanax. Yeah, it was funny as fuck.
That's crazy. Like, I don't think I've ever had an experience like that.
Really?
I don't really drink. Like, I don't know. Like, it was never really a thing for me because, like, I always thought soda tasted better than beer, and so I just never drank.
Dude, beer unironically tastes bad.
Yeah, You don't like it?
No, people pretend that it tastes good. It's like, no, it doesn't.
There's some beers that I don't hate, but it's not like I wouldn't choose to drink it, you know?
When would I ever drink that over Dr. Pepper? Well, you're drinking Twisted Tea.
Twisted Tea's good.
Yeah? Okay.
It's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, I was just offered one. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It kind of tastes like oil. Like if somebody was like, oops, and they like poured some oil into some tea, it would be that.
Car oil?
Twisted tea. You know.
Car oil or
Yeah, car. Either or. I'd say car. I was thinking car, but
oh yeah, no, that's actually. You know what? I've smelled oil before, and I'm like, yes, this might taste good. Never actually did it, but
oh my god.
With like gasoline.
yeah.
Gasoline smells good.
I like the smell of gasoline.
It smells so good.
Yeah, I've never had like alcohol poisoning or anything like that. Like I got food poisoning before. Like in that one, Tecton, were you there at that one stream that we did at Soda's house where it was like everybody was picking, like they were like writing things on like a board.
Yep.
And then I immediately, it was like a group stream of like 10 people, and I got up, I'm like, guys, I think I have food poisoning. And like I drive home, and it was in rush hour, and I was pulling off on the highway on I-35 to throw up on myself.
No way. I didn't know this at all.
And so I'm driving home, and I'm throwing up on myself, and it's just like, and I'm obviously like wearing a white T-shirt, so it's just like now it's a red T-shirt.
Red?
Yeah.
You threw up blood?
No, but it's pizza, right?
Oh, okay.
The tomato sauce, and then
Okay, sure.
I thought it was blood too. It was like that's a very casual way by being like I'm dying. This is what dying is.
and so I have to get gas, and so I'm like throwing up on myself, pumping gas at 7-Eleven, and I finally get home, and like obviously this is like Texas, and I only clean off like half of it. And then I come back out like 2 hours later after I finally get home after like an hour, and it's like all of the fucking puke is like filled on the car. It's
Oh.
Is it still there? Is the puke still in your car?
yeah.
That's sick.
I mean, you know,
That's cool as fuck, dude.
that's the worst one I've ever had. I don't think I've ever had anything worse than that.
I
I don't know.
I don't know, spills in cars, I just don't clean them up at all.
Really?
I had a car for 10 years, Chevy Spark. Like
Yeah.
Frappuccino exploded in the back, full throttle energy drink exploded all over the roof. I'd just leave it on there.
Yeah.
I do not care.
Just get a wet vac. It takes no time to clean it.
I mean, it takes no time not to clean it too.
That's true. Well, the thing about the throw up thing, I probably just would have just I don't know, just a local car wash maybe would have helped.
I just, you know, I got the chunks. I took the
You know,
chunks.
you can pay people.
You fisted the chunks off the deal and you
Takes
threw
like
it in the
20
driveway.
minutes. We'll just like vacuum the interior of your car.
Yeah, but like then I gotta take it over there, and it's like then I'm there. It's like now it's like a big thing, and it's like now I could be home, but I'm not. So it's like I'm dealing with this other things.
I do think World of Warcraft is a mental illness.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Like it
What
ruins.
makes you think that?
Well, a whole bunch of things.
Are you trying to say
This is an intervention. This is an intervention.
Oh, okay.
Like even we're doing IRL trash talk, the whole stream, and Nick just walks back and just starts grinding shards on World of Warcraft in the middle of this huge event. It's just. You know what, Asmund, you're right.
I don't think that you understand. Like, Valimir is going to be the best mace in the game for the rest of the expansion.
Yeah.
He's going to use this in Trial of the Crusader. Whenever ICC comes out, he's going to use it in that. It's also really good for Phase 1 Lich King, which is like the hardest fight.
True.
Like, it's not stupid at all for
Yeah,
him to do that.
here's the thing. I do understand because I've played Wrath.
There he is.
I played Wrath of the Lich King.
Yes. It's not dumb at all. This is normal.
Yeah.
It's everybody else's fault for making him stay there.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I agree, man. True. What do you think, Emmy?
I feel like I remember saying that I thought that League players were worse than WoW players. I don't think that anymore.
I didn't know that League was such a hated thing. I think I popped up one time on the stream. I'm like, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
Everybody who came in, no, not this game. And I was like, just playing a little game.
I think it's because so many people play it and they get mad at it. Like,
Yeah,
it just
for
makes
sure.
people really, really mad. I've never played it. I have no idea why.
Yeah, it.
Would you ever try it?
I don't know if I would be able to handle that.
I think you would.
Yeah.
100%. Like I teach new players to play League all the time because there's this character I can play. His name's Dr. Mundo.
Yeah.
Best, coolest character in the entire game by far. It's not even close. And there's this build I can go where my team does not have to do anything at all, and I can 1v5 the whole time. There's this item called Heart Steel. Anytime you hit somebody, you get more HP, and the item does more damage, and it's infinite scaling, right? So I go against like silver lobbies, I crush them. I have like 9,000 HP, and I will not even joking, and Emmy knows, like I will literally, 5 people will come at me, and it doesn't matter.
Because you queue with bronze players.
Exactly.
Is that actually true?
Yeah, 100%.
It's not. Okay. That's fine.
You would probably want to play ranked, right?
Yeah.
I could teach you. I could teach
I
you.
mean, I'm better than you at League of Legends.
No, you are not.
Then prove it.
You're literally silver Tectone.
Okay.
You demoted from gold. That's
Okay.
really impressive.
But first of all, I didn't, okay? I was like, you know what? I'm not having fun. I'm going to pause, and I'm going to wait a little bit. So you're telling me, if I get higher rank than you in League, you will admit that I'm better than you?
No.
That's the way the game works.
You'd
Okay.
have to surpass my peak. I used to be like top 2,000 players on the server.
On what server?
NA.
And you fell off,
also
though.
playing on NA.
That makes no sense, because it's because you're washed now,
I don't play anymore. I do other shit.
right? Well, that
You're literally silver talking shit.
Well, what?
I saw your win rate, brother.
I could,
You're
I
not
could
passing me.
get,
You're
I could,
getting like 16 LP.
I could get diamond anytime I want.
Okay, then do it. That's
Okay, and what if I
only
do?
Good for you. Then good for you. I don't understand.
When you were at the top, what year was this?
That was 2018, I think. So it's been a while.
Were you doing the 2017, 2018? That was like peak League of Legends on YouTube content. Were you grinding the YouTube content as well with League of Legends?
I would upload highlights and stuff, but I mostly just like grinded like on stream because I was obsessed with like getting. I had
All
4.
she would do, you have to understand this, like all she would do, I remember your stream, she would just sit there silently playing League.
Yeah.
1,000 to
There was one season I had 4 diamond accounts.
But here's the thing. Everybody always says they're better than me at games. Yet for some reason, every single time we play games, I always win. Isn't that weird? Isn't that because like the Nidhogg tournament?
I never said I was better than you in Nidhogg. I never played that game.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, on average, you know, the Smite tournament I won, the Nidhogg thing I won, you know, the Among Us tournament I won.
You're better in Among Us. Okay, that's a great feat, Tectone. I'm really proud of you.
Would you like to 1v1 me in League of Legends?
Sure.
Actually?
I don't care, but it's like even if you, it's like I don't care. I've literally 1v1 pro
Okay, so
players.
what
Dude,
is your-
does that mean I'm better than pro players?
Yes.
Well, then I'm better than pro players, and I guess if you beat me, you're better than pro players.
Okay, cool.
I think you're actually mad right now.
Because he's fucking annoying. This is like what we talked about earlier.
Yep. Okay, well, what is your ego game then?
My ego
Yes,
game.
if it's not League of Legends, what is it?
My ego game.
Yes.
It probably is League, but it's hard because I don't really like invest time into games anymore. But I would invest time into League if I had other people that were playing it, because when I played League the most, I had a bunch of friends who played, so it was more fun to climb. But now I don't, so it's like, what am I climbing for? It's like just myself, you know?
The problem with me, Asman, is everybody thinks that I'm bad at games because I play gacha games for fun. But for some reason, I beat everybody at any game I play. So I'm just wondering what the game is that I'm bad at.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, like, you're bad at Elden Ring.
You think I'm bad at Elden Ring?
There were some situations that were not very favorable.
Like, I think I clapped Elden Ring besides Millennia.
I mean, I'd have to go back and watch, but there were like, I remember you going down to like 2 millennia. Like, I feel like you died a lot.
I did die
You
a
fell
lot.
off the edge, and it's like I died a few times too, but like there's dying a few times, and then there's what you were doing. Like, that was crazy.
I think I'm pretty good at Elden Ring, Asman. I think I'm pretty good.
Like, me and you play Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you beat it?
No.
Oh my god.
I'm so bad again. The only reason I even did it was because I was just I would either find the soul farming hacks on TikTok or something, or my friend was like, "No, you have to just walk up like this or whatever." I'm like,
Let's go to this guy and then talk to him and then get
Yeah.
the item and then you're gonna be good. Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with it though. I just couldn't beat it.
So you're not like a big gamer.
No, not really. No, especially the big fucking. I had the blood class. Does the swivel blade with the blood?
Rivers of Blood?
Rivers of Blood.
Maybe might have been that sword. I don't know. All I know is the giant fucking dude in the lake at the end. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to? Okay, so I'm supposed to run all the way up to this
Yeah.
big bat. Yeah. So I was just after a while. I think I died to it like 3 times. So I'm like, I got the whole picture of the game. It was one hell of a ride. Good job,
I
From
get it.
Software. Kind of deal. I was like, that's it.
Hey.
Yeah, I think I just like watched the end of the game on YouTube. I'm like, I did it.
Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah, I won. Yeah.
Dude, I wish I could be like that, man. That sounds so awesome. For me, like, I'll get like insulted if I can't beat a game. Like, if I can't beat it, I'm just like, I just get angry at myself.
Same. I like
Yeah.
have to finish it if I've invested.
At least solo player games.
This was the most unhealthy thing that I've done probably in the last like 2 months. Is that, well, actually it was really bad because it happened with 2 games. So I played this game, it was called Blue Long, and I thought it was the most dog shit garbage game ever. And I make a video of how fucking bad it is, and literally everybody is saying this is your Quantum TV moment. You're so like, and oh, this is like Quantum TV was this guy who's like fucking like notorious for like saying how Elden Ring is the worst game ever, and he never actually played it. So it like pissed me off, and I'm like, oh, you think I don't know what I'm talking about? You think this game's good? Okay, I'm gonna play the entire fucking game, and then at the end of it, I'm gonna tell you if it's good or not. I played the entire fucking game, complained about it nonstop for over a week straight on my stream
my
for 8 hours, and at the end of the game, I said it was a 4 out of 10. The game sucked. And then it got worse. So this other game came out. It was called Weak Faith, and it was like kind of a Dark Souls 1-esque game, and it was so fucking garbage. And it's like,
No, don't say that.
well, it was made by 3 guys, and they fixed a lot of the things that were garbage.
Okay, I was stoked to play it.
But it is still, I'm so sorry. You're gonna have it is what it is.
The whole game was made by 3 people.
3 dudes making it. And it's actually really good for 3 guys. And so I play it on the first day, and I'm just so mad. I'm pissed off. Like there was a bug where like opening my inventory caused me to lose health. Like that's how problematic this game was. And then better part is you would get on top of like these giants, like Attack on Titan style, and like try to stab them with a knife. But if you were on them for long enough, they would just instantly kill you randomly with no warning whatsoever. So I was figuring all this stuff out by failing at it, and everybody was like, okay, never play this game again, you're quitting. And I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this game. But there's something in my head. I couldn't let that fucking thing beat me.
Yeah.
I sat there for fucking 5 days, and I beat that piece of shit game. I beat every boss. I got every weapon. And you know what? It was not that bad, but there were a lot of things about it that fucking sucked.
He's pretty good at grill me.
But yeah, there's no way that game was gonna beat me. I'll tell you that.
I feel like the only complaints I have with games are just like weird shit from when I was a kid, like the new Resident Evil 4 games, the remakes of that's coming out. And I remember I had this vendetta against it when I was a kid because I loved God of War. And I think Resident Evil 4 won Game of the Year. So I was like, I hate this game.
Yeah.
Fuck that stupid game.
Yeah.
With whatever. So now even today, still I'm just like, Resident Evil 4? What the fuck? Fuck that game. So
Who cares about that?
I feel like it's just like weird trickled memories that filter through. It looks good though.
I hate that phrasing, the new Resident Evil 4 remake. It's like, bro, the game's like 1,000 years old.
It's been on like 4 days. It was on the Wii. I'm pretty sure even.
Was it
Yeah.
PS2.
Is it Resident Evil Skyrim?
Pretty much.
I can't remember what year it was. It was like every single game that came out was just a remake of an old game. And I hate that
In
shit.
the last 3 years?
Yeah, true. I think the only good remake that I've enjoyed vigorously was probably the Link's Awakening one on the Nintendo Switch. Other than that, was there any other revolutionary remake?
The Demon Souls remake was incredibly good.
Oh, yeah, I played that one
Flawless,
too.
amazing.
Yeah, that one was good too.
I did play the Dead Space remake.
Oh, was it good?
I did play that. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I like the horror games though.
I've never played a horror game before, but I've heard Dead Space.
Yeah, it's
Is it really a horror game?
like body horror kind of thing. Yeah.
Because I
Like
know-
The Thing. It takes a lot of things from like John Carpenter's The Thing, I would say.
Yeah, because I know like the scariest part of Dead Space is like the steamy pipe at the beginning of the game, where you're walking and all of a sudden the pipe explodes and it
Yeah.
scares the shit out of people.
It's a little jump scare. I mean, it's like it's atmospheric and fun, but it's not like overly like if a game's just like it's like Dead Space and you're like in a fucking mansion or something. Whatever. It's atmospheric and fun, and the music is good. It's just like as an art piece, I really enjoy it. I think it's cool. I think it's just visually really enticing.
What games do you think are like the most interesting in terms of their art style?
I thought Elden Ring was great.
Yeah.
I got both. The Elden Ring art book came out in 2 volumes, and it was just like so good.
Yeah.
Scorn, I love that. I'm a huge like H.R. Geiger fan, and that guy just like Bakinski and Geiger. That's what the whole aesthetic was. Never played the game, so I don't know if it's just like shit or not. But
It was like Warhammer-esque like style, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
extremely, yeah. But anything with just like weird mutilation, body horror stuff, I think is cool. That's just like my aesthetic. I just like that kind
What
of
do
shit.
you think about how every single game now is anime girls?
I don't give a shit. You can do
I think it's awesome.
You can do whatever the fuck you want. I just like I might just not buy into it. But I mean, I understand why people. I think like the only thing that I find, especially with like anime, is I feel like so much of the anime stuff is like animation wise.
Yeah.
It's like very dictated by obviously the budget they have and everything. So I watched like I watched Demon Slayer and I was like, this is so shitty. I didn't.
Wait,
Like it.
really?
I thought it was terrible.
I thought the animation of that was amazing.
Oh, the animation's great. I meant the story. My bad.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. No, the animation's great. Obviously, yeah. Every anime, it's like there's probably gonna have like killer, beautiful things that like Big Mouth isn't gonna do, right? Like just like
Yeah.
beautiful aesthetic of like even just like the cinematography of shots is great. But I meant to say the story is like it's a shonen kind of anime, whatever. But I thought Chainsaw Man was like kind of the exact same as Demon Slayer, except it was just elevated in some spot. Yeah, you have your gripes with it.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man's a lot faster paced. Demon Slayer doesn't really get good until episode 18, which is like a huge time sink to ask me to watch.
Well, I think
The
that like
sky.
even if you know, there's just the whole thing. I mean, like, when I was watching Chainsaw Man, it's like it's just like, I can't wait to squeeze her tits. That's the big thing, And I was like,
Yeah, I hate that.
he's like he pulls the tail on like the little pig dog and the chainsaw pulls it. He pulls that and it's like turns it on. He's like, that's okay. Well, that's questionable. But I thought all of the monsters were like way cooler than Demon Slayer. Like it was visually just so much more. I just like the very first monster you see is like a giant. Yeah, I have the art. I have never been able. I've tried to play that game because I like the gothic aesthetic. I couldn't get past the first, the wolf at the beginning.
No way.
I tried to just tried running past him. He just chased you. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? So once again, I was just pop on YouTube, watch it through. I win.
That's what.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hey there, steak and eggs listeners. Let me tell you, if you're in the market for some new clothes, you got it. GameStop.com are a pair of we got everything from cozy hoodies to sleek cleats to snug joggers. And let me tell you, these joggers are I wear them all the time, and they're made with high quality materials that are built to last. But here's the best part. Use the code STEAK at the checkout for a sweet 15% off your order. That's right. Just type in STEAK at checkout and watch the savings pile up. So don't wait. Get yourself some fresh new clothes at OTKNetwork.com if you are looking for like, have you read a manga or no?
Way back in the day, I used to go to Borders bookstore when that was a thing, and I used to buy a shit ton of manga. Like I used to have like almost all of Naruto. I used like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho,
Yeah. Yu Yu Hakusho is so
Death
good.
Note, that kind of stuff. Mhm.
Well, if you are ever giving it a shot, I think based on who you are, I think you'll like a book called Uzumaki by Junji Ito.
Oh yeah, I know all of this stuff.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay, awesome, easy.
It's I like a lot of the horror manga stuff, like 80s and like late 70s, like Hideshi Hino. It's like a dude who inspired Junji Ito and
Yeah.
stuff. But all those old school dudes, it's just like really great cartooning, like super simple. But Junji Ito obviously is like super detailed and
Yep.
it's really cool. But there's also like a brilliance too about people who can take like super lowbrow characters and make them like really grotesque and fun. A lot of that stuff isn't translated, but it's still cool to just flip through and
Yeah.
look at this stuff.
Or Berserk as well, if you haven't seen Berserk.
Yeah. And Berserk as well.
Oh, you've seen Berserk as well? Fuck yeah, there it is. Easy, man. Hell yeah.
All the stuff that I haven't seen or read, I just have like the art books of it.
Yeah.
And stuff.
So you just kind of like appreciate it for the art, but like not necessarily like like play through maybe all the games or like read all the.
Yeah. Or sometimes I just wait for it to be done so I can like binge it. Like especially like the books. Like I'd love to get all the Berserk books and just be able to like flip through it. and not to feel like I have to like wait for the story because I'm an impatient little hog, as they say.
I think that one's been going on for 20 years.
Long time, and the dude's dead now, so it's like,
Yep.
Apparently, the editors are carrying it forward, and like,
oh, so they are gonna finish it?
Yeah,
they
so
are.
Oh, okay.
apparently the author was prepared for his death, and he like
Yeah.
trained a team to like continue it on.
Holy shit, the dude who does One Piece,
Uh-huh.
my friend is like deeply into like One Piece and all that
Same.
stuff. They like Shonen Jump has that dude on like life support. Like, you have to go to sleep, and he's like, "Oh, fine, okay, I will." And I'm like, I feel like it's just like another one of those things. Those dudes like work themselves to where, and they just chain smoke cigarettes and stuff,
Jesus.
have panic attacks, and
They
just die of a
sleep
heart
like
attack.
5 hours a night.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
The exact same thing with the manga artist of Hunter x Hunter as well. Same thing. He's prepared. He thinks he's gonna die. He's prepared a team to take over it after he's died. His wife is the one who created Sailor Moon. So like,
Oh shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Crazy, I didn't know that.
yeah.
Part of that, there's this YouTuber I love called Paulo from Tokyo. Have you heard of him?
No.
He just is a dude who does like a day in the life of a Japanese firefighter. He lives in Tokyo, obviously. But the whole thing is he did an episode of the day in the life of a mangaka, whatever. And it's like the work schedule they have and like the kind of like hierarchy and tier system of like the amount of work you even have to do before you get your own book too is like so grueling. And it's really impressive, but it's also just one of those things where it's like I think everybody's just universally understood where they're like, I'm probably gonna die doing this thing, which is like, you know, pretty cool, but pretty.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
That's
yeah.
sick.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm like, you know, it's better. I don't fucking know. My dad does construction, which is like nothing against construction, but I'm like, I don't think he hates it. So at least if you die doing what you like, that's
That's
pretty
a
cool.
good point. Yeah, it's like imagine dying doing something you fucking hate. That would suck.
Like having a crane fall on you.
Yeah, that would.
Or like, you choke on a peanut.
Yeah,
Imagine being the fucking loser.
you just get hit by a bus.
Sorry.
That's it.
Choking
All
on a
right.
peanut.
Yep, you're out.
It's a brutal way to die.
No, I mean, I don't know. I feel like with a lot of the different mangas and everything, they're so big. Like, One Piece hasn't it been going on for like 20 years, 30 years?
A long time. I think 20 years.
It's insane. There's like people are like, yeah, okay, so basically you can skip the first 300 episodes. I'm like, what?
Yeah. It's
What
actually
do you mean?
it's actually way more than that.
I
It's
get
like
the,
it's like the
I can't
first
wrap my
900.
head around that.
I get the
It's just
Cliff Notes
crazy.
version from my friend who's just like is so wrapped up in like the lore. He's like, yeah, they say Oda has like 5 more years left on it. And I'm like, how could wrap up the pirate idea?
Yeah.
How many? What more do you have to say?
No, I would say 8 years minimum. He thinks 5 years. He's wrong. It's gonna take him 8 years for sure because each one of the pirates. I know all about this. I've researched all this.
Classic Oda.
Yeah, classic. He's a fucking moron. We already know how the One Piece is gonna end, anyways. It's obvious. Pretty much the way that it's gonna end is that they're gonna reunite all the continents and the islands into one piece, and that's the title of the show. They're gonna get some ability from it's gonna be. People say that Sky P. I'm such a nerd. People say that Sky P is a filler arc. It's actually not. It's the most important arc because that's pretty much what it's gonna make. Right.
I love this.
Trust me. Okay.
Like listen to a politician talk about like
No, trust
global
me.
warming or some shit like that. Yeah.
They're gonna go to the moon. Okay, I'm telling you right now because the moon controls the tides of the oceans. Okay, that's a whole thing about the sea and being pirates. They're gonna go to the moon. They're gonna get a new devil fruit. And the devil fruit is gonna give them the ability to bring world peace by connecting all the islands into one piece and reunite the all blue, which will complete Sanji's dream, also complete Nami's dream, and Chopper. There's gonna be an island that the crew is gonna have to go to, but Chopper has to fulfill his dream of being able to make a potion that cures all illnesses, and that will give them the ability to go to that island because it makes you sick when you go near it. That'll also complete Chopper's dream, but yeah, that's obviously the ending of One Piece, and this will age perfectly.
So you said you
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that. I'm gonna get attacked on TikTok again.
Go ahead.
No, I don't dislike One Piece. It's just I can't fathom being like, okay, this looks really good, so I'm going to devote thousands of hours to my life to this now.
Let me dead ass. I read the
What
entire.
about we?
Okay, well, that just happened on accident. This would be on purpose.
With Emmy, you gotta realize when you bring out examples like that,
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, come on. That's
That's different.
a totally different thing,
Yeah.
guys.
It's totally different.
I read all of the manga in One Piece in 2 weeks. It really wasn't even that bad.
What the
I decided you just read it. It's only 1,000 chapters. It's really not that bad. You know, just read it. It's good. Some of the text is a little bit too big.
Are
But
you
I'm-
doing anything else with
Nope.
your life?
Nope.
Jesus.
I just literally woke up, read One Piece, went to sleep. Woke up, read One Piece, went to sleep. It was awesome. Because I was supposed to be visiting family, but I fucking hate doing that.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, instead of playing World of Warcraft, I just read a book.
Right.
It was
No,
dope.
I don't know. I mean, I've thought about going and watching that. There's like so many different animes that I'm like so far behind on that I haven't watched. I feel like One Piece is like, it's that big one that I've never actually looked into. I don't know anything about it.
I love anime when it's in a limited series.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's that Netflix Devilman Crybaby. I don't know if you saw that.
It's one of Emmy's favorites.
It was fucking super great.
So it's Devil May Cry?
Crybaby.
Crybaby.
It's really funny. It's like incredibly stylized, but it's also just like very poignant. And by the end, you're just like, I'm glad that this is just all that it is.
But actually, you liked the ending?
I did, yeah. I thought it was great.
I loved everything except the ending.
Really, I think that it's I don't know. It's like tragic in a great way.
Yeah,
You know?
Moteki doesn't like sad, like open-ended endings, right?
Well, I don't know. It's not that I don't like sad endings. It just felt like a pointless ending because it's just like I don't want to say anything, but like it made me feel nothing. I was just like, why did I watch this?
This is such like a shitty rebuttal that I feel like that's the point. That it is
No,
pointless.
well, if that is the point. Fair.
I think that there is a point to like, even when it is pointless and you like put the good fight in and you do try, but it is all in vain. I think that there's still like, you know, there's still like hope in a good way for that, and it does have like a peaceful ending with the character, you know, and stuff. And it's like, though it is like a bleak kind of tragic ending, it feels very like full circle.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm saying it's like something. It's like
for sure. Me. No, I mean, yeah.
It's like for example, like the Neon Genesis Evangelion ending for the manga is very bad because it's happy, but the ending for the anime is very sad and it makes sense for it, so I like it a lot more. But the one for Devil May Cry Baby, I just wasn't a fan of that. But like the riot scene where they're holding up,
Oh my god!
I was like, oh fuck, this is insane.
Yeah,
I thought it was so good.
It's it was just it checked a lot of really great boxes of like, I thought it was actually funny. I hate when I'm watching anime sometimes and it's like trying